God, they haven't got sound. That's sound context.
I don't know if that would help that much.
I mean, you're right.
Yep. Sound is always
I don't
a thing.
believe there's context for this.
I was too busy laughing to remember to turn the sound on. Hopefully, stream sound is okay for everybody. Let me know if there's any
Where we're
problems.
going, we don't need sound.
Sadly,
yeah.
I'm not in full war paint because my makeup artist couldn't make it today. Otherwise, I would have been in full, complete makeup.
Nice. Oh, someone else joined.
We have a doctor.
So that should be everybody.
Aha, the doctor approaches.
Doctor on deck, I think.
So yes.
So my
Doctor!
it's shoved hats down on the bottom of the row. Apparently, it goes to rows when you have this many people. I didn't know that.
Yes, it does.
You can set it up that way.
Right. It's fine for me, I guess, because I have it full screened, probably.
I
Yeah.
have it full screen.
hmm
Oh,
Yeah, same here.
I guess it's a question of how large your screen space is then.
yeah, probably. It's all fine.
So, welcome everybody to this inaugural Star Trek stream. I didn't manage to get intro music sorted in time, but there we go. Conveniently, which I'd completely forgotten about, on the week of Trek's 50th anniversary. So,
Hey!
Yay!
Happy space birthday!
yeah.
It's as if we planned it.
As
I wish
if
I
we
had.
did, yes.
So yes. Congratulations on Jack for cosplaying as his character. I'm definitely impressed there. In fact, actually, I think that really means I have to come in and award a plot point.
First plot point.
Okay,
we've been
first
getting-
plot point. I think.
Fair
The first plot point is away.
Fire barrage of plot points.
How do you change the picture?
Of what? Oh, on your...
Yeah.
You mean on your bio thing?
That's your account. Oh yeah. Click on it and click edit.
Yeah.
Right.
Those of you in chat, Legbot has an additional counter added of exclamation point trope. So whenever you think we've encountered one of many tropes available on TV Tropes, feel free to use that. There is also still standing from the Firefly streams exclamation point reference. So if we make a reference to something in the series, you may also choose.
I'm sure that won't happen.
It's highly unlikely that'll come up.
No. Is it only in relation to Star Trek? Can we make references to other things? Does that count?
It's up
I
to
just
you.
did a Star Wars reference.
Yeah. And so we don't have Ranako today, who is the ship's captain. So, as we kick off, I am going to give you all access
Ooh, access. I like the sound of this.
to your first captain, Captain
Jesus.
Samuel Ambrose.
Oh, Silver Franklin.
So,
Ooh,
yeah.
nuclear vessels.
He used to serve on board the Franklin, sort of 50 years ago when she was mothballed. And
Then he became a Psi officer.
Yes, he did. And you know, he's close to retirement, but he heard that the Franklin was being pulled back out, so he pulled some strings, and he's going to serve out his retirement by captaining the Franklin, the ship he always wanted to captain.
I hope he's 2 days from retirement.
2 years, but
Okay.
There's actually
He already looks too old for this shit.
there's actually, I looked this up. There's no mandatory retirement age in Starfleet, so he could keep going.
If there was, Data would have to retire.
That's true.
So yes, this gentleman will be arriving on board shortly. You're docked at Starbase 10, and you're just waiting for him to board, and then you'll be off for your first mission.
Yes, everything is fine and is definitely all working. Everything's fine.
Are we all?
You
Oh,
started
we've lost-
talking
Oh,
and
your
you
mic cut out just before that.
I think I know exactly what you said.
Is it working now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Am I working? Well, I'm ready. If you guys are.
So we've
And so
got
it begins.
one plot point added before we do
It's
one deducted.
Well,
And
you've
now the
only got
game's
one to start with. So yes, everybody starts with one plot point. I start with one plot point for every crew member. Technically, I should only have 9. Not 9, 7. I can't even count because we're down a crew member today. And so, yes. We'll just do a quick rundown of everybody, and then we'll get started on the adventure. So, starting in the order that you're all appearing on my screen, we have Electric Fox as Lieutenant Blodwyn Jones, our helmsman, or helmswoman.
Bodied up.
We haven't yet decided what the version of Klingon Weeaboo is, but if anybody's got a name, let
Warpaboo.
us know. Then
Overcorabu.
we have Commander Wilbur Jenkins, our first officer, which is Navarin. Dr. Bridget Reddy is Kat, and she's the ship's doctor. Ready for anything.
Ready, willing, and able.
Yep. Our science officer is Alex Powell, this one known as Errol, one of the many Alex Powells, that's played by Havoc. We have on Ops, Lieutenant Commander Petra Reginald, played by Chemistry. Our counsellor is Lieutenant, no matter what she may tell you, Jay Reynolds, played by Jack.
Don't believe her lies!
Our
Former
engineer,
captain.
Chief Engineer, Lieutenant Commander Vernon Lloyd, played by Karma Hatz.
Don't mind that explosion. That's supposed to happen. That's okay.
Speaking of,
Oh, good. Oh.
Alarm.
There's been an alert.
Does anyone know what that means?
I think it means it's low on battery, sir.
Where? Okay.
I
Okay.
will silence that. That could get annoying. So,
Alright.
Well,
red alert.
Okay.
In dock?
Yes,
Wait, we're still docked. Red alert.
you're in dock. Red alert just sounded.
the captain isn't on board, is he?
No, the captain is not on board.
Okay.
He wasn't ready.
Nope.
I know what I'm doing.
I would like to. I guess I would like to. I'm assuming I'm sorting out the lab at this stage, and I would like to go and try and find the nearest panel that would actually let you know what's happening.
I'm checking my sensors.
Okay, so Petra is on the bridge.
Okay.
So Petra,
Yes, sir.
you know, because you're on the bridge, that this is a drill initiated by yourself.
Yay! I pushed the red button.
Yeah. Alex, you are told by the systems that warp core breach is imminent.
Okay, and at that stage, I guess I'm going to try to communicate this very quickly to Vernon.
Okay.
Over comms.
All right.
Vernon, what did you do?
We need a.
I swear,
sound.
No, that's my car. That's a car.
Yeah, I'm going to add some more sound effects. I just needed red
Okay.
alert. Had to.
That's
be.
good. Oh God, I'm going to try. I'm going to get in contact with my staff. Somebody may have unplugged the replicator on one of the lower decks. I think they were getting very sick of having toast every week. A week for breakfast. I'm going to get in touch with them. As there seems to be, yes, it's sounding. 1 second, stand by.
Everybody else,
Where
what
the
are
hell
you
did
doing in response to the red alert?
I'll be making my way from the quarters to the bridge.
Okay.
Do we have escape pods?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
So you're going to go inspect
Hi.
the escape
Yes.
pod?
I am inspecting the escape pods. Thoroughly.
I I'm making sure that the med bay is as ready as I am for anything that may happen.
Excellent.
Yeah, I should clarify what I was doing. I'm checking with my staff to see if anyone knows what's happening.
Whereas I am, because I'm probably relatively close to it, booking my way towards the toast chambers to make sure everything is okay down there.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
just to fill people in on what that is. There's something. You might find it, but there's a. Listen, this ship is held together with spit and glue, really. So
And jam.
and jam. There's quite a bit of jam, yes.
Yeah.
I continue sleeping.
That makes sense. Okay,
Yeah.
so hats. You
Mhm.
are going to roll mental and fix. So see if you can
Right.
figure out what's gone wrong with the warp core. And
I need to remind myself what those things are, how much I have for that. So roll both of those.
yes.
Okay.
And if you have any aspects that are fly, you add them as well.
Yes. So
Uh-huh.
for yourself, let me just bring your sheet back
Mhm.
up. I'm just going to show the chat your amazing profile picture.
Thank you. Mental and fix. Okay.
Yeah.
And all right. I gotta remember how to roll. Is it R/R?
R space D whatever plus D whatever plus D
So
whatever.
mental and fix, which is me. Okay. I'm just getting the hang of this. This is fine.
Also, if you have any specializations in fix, they might apply.
I do not. So
Mhm.
this should work. Hop. Didn't because I didn't type it in properly. Do it again.
D12 plus D.
Oh, right.
It needs
got
to be
it.
a plus and it needs to be connected.
Yes.
Gotcha.
No, there
Right.
can be spaces between the plus, but it's just the plus has to be there.
Yeah,
Oh, right,
it needs to be
okay.
a plus.
Missed that
Also,
up. All right.
don't if you have a character aspect you want to apply, you can add that as a D8, or
Right.
Now,
as a
the
D4.
best way
if
to
it's a
do this,
disadvantage.
if you look at
Yeah,
Hang on, I'll just put in something.
it's fine.
I was going to say, if you wrap it in curly brackets
Square, yeah.
and end
Right.
with K2, if you roll more than 2 dice, it keeps the highest 2.
So the whole thing, and then K2.
Yep.
Got
Like I
you.
did, except not the
Right.
B in front of the slash.
Yep.
Right, got you. Okay, still
So,
learning this.
you see Jack's ridiculous dice roll there, which,
Okay.
if Jack had rolled that, would have been mostly ones, but we don't
Yeah.
talk.
Yes, because it's me.
Okay, so right here we go. Damn it!
The
No, so-
bracket needs to be
I've
the
got
other
it.
side.
I know
Only
what I did
dice.
wrong. This is
Only
fine.
the
The
dice.
bracket is only around the dice.
Hooray.
There we go.
There we go.
Yay! fail.
Results.
Unfortunately, you didn't beat my roll because I rolled an 8.
Everything
sounds
seems
pretty
fine.
So, yeah,
Nice.
because you failed, it means you don't realise this is a drill, and you actually think that the core is about to explode.
We're off to a good start.
All hands to engineering. We've got a warp core breach. We have. I estimate about 30 minutes, maybe, until a warp core breach. We need to get on top of this right now. Everybody, get
30
in here.
minutes, it's 5 minutes, it's 29
Wait, no.
years.
30 minutes. 5. The person. So, unknown fact: the person who designed the Windows loading bar also worked on Starships. Who knew? 30 minutes. No, 3 days. 2 seconds. Gotta try and fix this.
Okay, so engineering is convinced that there's an actual warp core breach in progress.
Yeah. I'm gonna start trying to reroute power from other areas of the ship to try and put more power into the warp core diagnostics or something like that. So
Okay, so we'll roll
Parts
that
of-
again, and that'll
Okay.
be the same roll for you. This time, though, you may add your galvanized impact resonator because you're
Yes.
actually actively repairing the ship.
the D6.
And I rolled
Okay,
a
so-
6, so I only rolled a 2 this time. My 1 doesn't count.
Right. So I roll all those 3 things together.
Yep.
Right. Okay. And then, do I keep 2?
Yes. You
Okay.
keep the
You'll
two
keep-
highest
you'll keep
rolls.
the best 2.
Got it. Okay. 15.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you start rerouting power, and then you realise which readout you misread, and you realise that no, the ship is not in danger at all. Now you've rolled more than 5 higher than me. That means you have earned a big damn hero dice. Well, a hero dice. So the way hero dice work is sometimes you may need to roll an extra dice to beat my roll in an emergency situation.
Right.
You can spend a plot point to roll this dice.
Okay.
And you can wait and see what the outcome is. You don't have to add it to your initial dice roll. So if you fail and then go, oh no, you've got an extra dice to roll.
Okay. I'm going to signal up to. It was. Oh, who was it who contacted me? It was
Alex.
So I'm gonna signal back up to Alex Powell and get on the comms. Everything's fine. We just had a slight sensor malfunction. Everything's fine here. We're all fine here. How are you?
Cut to me, waist deep in toast, going over the machine.
Yep.
Looking very upset.
Okay.
I see, okay. And I start wading my way out of there.
Do you need any help, sir?
Nope.
And so yeah, the red alert finishes.
So I got it.
I'm up on the bridge wondering what the hell took so long for them to figure that out.
Yeah.
I may in fact call down and tell them that.
Who's them?
Well, somebody was just about trying to eject the warp core, or pretty darn close, so yeah.
Because
I'm calling
get
down
a
to
light up.
engineering to ask them what the hell took so long to figure that out.
You get a light up on your command console, and someone is trying to activate the escape pods.
Yeah.
This
Hit
is-
the override on that pretty quickly. And call the first officer to the bridge.
Are you
Wait,
still
there's an
calling
override on our escape pods?
from command? Probably.
Yeah.
Hang on, so you calling me?
Yeah.
Yes.
What are you doing? We're going to explode! I've got to get out of here now! Let me out! Let me out! Let me out!
Shut up and get to the bridge. Sir.
What are you talking about? The warp core's going to breach.
You may have noticed the red alert got turned off. If not, maybe you should check with Dr. Reddy about your vision.
I assumed you were
And
all
hearing.
killed, and that cancelled the alert. Are we safe?
Potentially? Most of the rest of us are, not sure about you.
Close enough. I'm on my way to the bridge.
Good. Ops out.
Okay.
I head to the bridge.
Yep. As you start heading towards the bridge, you get Petri. You get an incoming hail. Captain Ambrose will be arriving in 2 minutes aboard the last of your shuttles, the Lady Jane.
Message acknowledged. And shut the comms off, roll my eyes, and then announce that out to the crew over the intercom that Captain is incoming in 2 minutes. So
I respond to that and say, are you sure he doesn't want to beam over? I've definitely worked out the kinks in the transporter this time. The last one, that person ending up upside down, was a fluke, and they've regained, and Dr. Reddy informs me they've regained most of the function in their left arm.
Okay, round about
negative. Also, the shuttle doesn't fit in the transporter, so that was not a suggestion.
You could add a
Understood.
shrink ray.
Whoa.
I think
Don't
round
give
about
me
this
ideas.
time, round about this time, Lieutenant Jones would arrive on the bridge in just a t-shirt and slacks, asking where the fire is, and apologising for taking so long. But the turbo lifts were out of order, so we had to go through the Jeffries tubes.
At which point the turbo lift opens to the bridge and the first officer steps out and looks at you.
I also come out with the lower part of my uniform covered in crumbs.
Maybe some jam.
Yep.
I just stare at the both of them and just mutter Klingon obscenities under her breath.
Is the t-shirt got like Klingon stuff on it?
Yeah, it's got, today's a good day to die in Klingon.
And I immediately go to my desk and I pull open a drawer and get out effectively a lint roller and just start working on it for a little bit.
It's got blinky lights on it because it's Star
Yes.
Trek and goes, but it's still a lint roller.
It's a sonic
Pretty
lint
much.
roller.
Yes.
This is not the first time this has happened.
Petra is
No.
currently rolling her eyes so hard she may have to see the doctor later about a sprain.
I don't think I'm
I
ready for
sprained
that
my
one.
eyeball.
Look, Lieutenant, you're out of uniform. This is highly improper. Go and get changed immediately. You, stop... I can't remember what rank Alex Powell is.
Lieutenant Commander.
Lieutenant Commander, stop loafing around.
No plot points for that. Nope.
No.
I didn't want one.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to stop loafing.
Bodwin mutters under her breath until she goes into the turbo lift and the door's shut.
Right, now, we've all got to be ready for when the captain arrives. Everyone's got to look like they're on their best behaviour and doing their jobs perfectly. Understand? Understand?
So you're
I
on
am
the.
always ready.
So wait, are you on the bridge at the minute?
Yes.
Okay, I'm still down in engineering. I don't hear that.
That includes you engineering.
Oh, come. Huh? Yes, whatever you say, sir.
Rain just a
Definitely.
second as I'm just shaking my shoes over a waste receptacle and starting to head down.
I let loose with a kiff like.
Excellent. Okay, everyone, get to your places, and who? Hang on, we don't have anyone in charge of security.
You have an NPC security officer.
Right,
I've left it up to you to name him. Or her. Or them.
I will refrain from naming them currently, and instead let's say the doctor and them to come with me to meet the captain down in the thingy bay.
Yep.
Wherever that.
I think it's
I was going to say landing, but I couldn't remember if it was landing or hangar.
Shuttle bay.
Yeah.
Shuttle. That's the
Right.
one. That's why I couldn't remember what it was.
Where they put the shuttles.
Where the ships go, Broom.
The garage.
The garage. That's
The
it.
ship closet.
The ship hole.
Yep.
Yep.
The ship. Yes. So random NPC and Dr. Reddy, you are with me. We're going to the ship hole.
Yep.
I'm sorry, you're getting a plot point for ship hole.
Yes.
Appealing to the
Because it
DM.
sounds like ship hole, isn't it?
Yep. Yep. So.
I don't know. I'm down with nailing the security person currently.
So yeah, the security chief and a couple of security officers arrive in the shuttle bay or ship hole, and standing smartly to attention, waiting for the captain's shuttle to arrive.
I'm practicing my many salutes that I've been adapting.
Do we have? Is the shuttle bay a force field?
Yeah,
Oh dear.
they
Don't
have
you-
manual doors and
Yeah.
then a force field as well. So.
Okay, so they do. Okay, as the ship is coming, the manual doors are closing and then opening. Kind of,
Yeah.
kind of a bit random.
And that is why I am on my way with my medicine kit.
Engineering, what the hell are you doing?
So there appears to be a power fluctuation in the engine. I'll get it nailed down, sir. Unfortunately our simulation blew out one of the fuses holding things together. Do I need a replacement? Sir,
Yep.
do I?
Just use whatever you need, man. You're going to make me look bad in front of the new captain. For
Whatever I
God's
need.
sake,
I have your
fix it.
permission for what?
whatever
Yes.
you need, now,
Yes, sir,
right
will
now.
do. Okay,
Understand?
all right.
Okay, good.
Understood. All right, so I'm going to go off and fix that.
Requisitioning a new ship. Here we go.
And so the shuttle bay doors then open.
I make a note to avoid replicators just for safety in the future. Never know where those fuses are coming from.
I have arrived.
Excellent.
Doctor?
Hi.
So,
Aye, Doctor.
Okay, so you're all there. One of the security minions has bought one of the little futuristic whistles to pipe the captain aboard.
Good, as it should be. Excellent.
And so the captain's shuttle comes in and lands. The doors open and Captain Ambrose walks out. He's got the gait of a very old man. And he walks a little shakily, but refuses to be assisted by the ensign that was piloting the shuttle. Sorry.
I think he should come to the med bay and get that checked out.
Yep.
Quick fitness test.
He
Time for your
assures you
quarterly
he is in
physicals.
peak fitness, and he eyes Jenkins for a moment with the weird salute, and he just keeps staring for a second, and then he goes, shakes his head slightly, and returns the salute with a proper Starfleet salute, not the same salute you used.
Jenkins, expands. He's like, yeah. He looks really smug.
pulls himself
Ego
up.
pressure rising.
Yep.
And having saluted everybody, he signals to Jenkins to follow him and says, "Let's get to the bridge."
At once, Captain. On the way to the bridge, right now. Yes, Captain. Here we go. On the way to the bridge. At once, Captain. Of course. Yes. Let's go.
And in the turbo lift, he asks you, "What on earth was that practice drill? What sort of ship have you guys been running here?"
What practice drill, sir?
The one I ordered on the way over. Your
I
response
was
times were
not-
dreadful.
I was not aware of any practice drill, sir. I will. Don't worry. I will find who is responsible and have them appropriately reprimanded.
Reprimand yourself, Commander.
Yes, sir. At once.
And don't do it again.
I told you, me.
He says, I run a tight ship, Commander. By the book. Everything
Of course, sir.
shipshape and Bristol fashion."
At which point, a piece of toast drops from the ceiling of the turbo lift.
Jenkins ignores it completely.
The captain notices, rolls his eyes, and chooses not to comment. And you reach the bridge, and the turbo lift doors judder apart.
Captain on the bridge.
He salutes everybody, and then goes to sit down in the captain's chair. And just sort of,
Should he do that?
he sort of
Is that
breathes.
it?
He breathes a deep sigh of relief as he settles into the chair, and he's like, "They haven't even changed it. This feels right." And he just seems immensely satisfied.
I will sit down in the chair I presume is next to his.
Yes, which has been installed. That's one of the new additions to the bridge.
At this point, half of the turbo lift doors open, and Lodwin Jones walks out, apologising, but the turbo lift took on a detour via the engineering deck.
I mutter something under my breath about fanboys and ships.
And the captain turns and looks at you in uniform and is like, "Lieutenant," and pauses waiting for your name.
Jones, sir. Lodwin Jones.
Jones consults a pad with him. Helmswoman, excellent. Take your post, woman.
She blinks a little at the take your post woman, bites her lip slightly, and then very slowly walks across and sits down at the helm.
And the captain's then Lieutenant Commander Reginald. Tell me, what's with all the engineering malfunctions?
Well, sir, we seem to have a ship that was stored in mothballs and toast and several other substances for the last number of decades. We are still working on clearing those out.
We have successfully sealed off decks 6 through 8 due to the biohazards involved. We're keeping them separated from the toast because it is a terrifying growth medium for some of those substances. I do not understand why any of this hasn't been cleared out at some stage, but upon analyzing it further, it's many of these areas are basically lost.
He just sighs and says, "The Franklin used to be the pride of the fleet. To see what she's come to, she'll be the pride of the fleet again. You lot will be working double time to make sure we are absolutely fully functional and ready for whatever can be thrown at us."
Yes, sir. One question, sir.
Understood.
What is double time?
You will all be working twice as hard.
Oh, no problem at all then, sir.
Twice 0 is still 0, so...
Indeed.
And he says, with that in mind, we have been given a shakedown cruise. We have some orders from Admiral Rollins, and we are to proceed to this system, which he names not far from the neutral zone, and to study a small anomaly that has been forming there, and return with the results.
Keeb, I have a question. Are we going to rendezvous with Admiral... What's
Ambrose.
the third one of them? No, not Ambrose, because Ambrose is ours.
Admiral
And
Rains.
Rollins is his. Rains, that's the one.
Damn it,
Yeah.
you found where I've been mining all my names from.
Shield 100%, sir.
You may get to meet Admiral Rains later.
Boo. Sorry, that's an involuntary response. I don't know why I did that.
From the
He usually receives a mixed reaction.
And I just got it. Awesome.
there we go.
Yeah.
Mixed
It took me a quick Google search, but yeah.
I just had to recall my sidewalk slams.
Let's call it then the Bootio system.
Spelled with a bunch of apostrophes, of course.
Yeah. So,
There's umlauts involved.
yeah.
Yes.
Helm, laying a course for the Bootio system.
Laying in course, sir.
Engage. He says, "I've always wanted to do that."
How long's he been a captain?
Petra
been a captain
mutters
for a
comments
while,
about fanboys under her breath even louder than the last time.
But this is the first time he's been allowed to captain what he sees as his ship, rightfully his. He's been, although he's been a captain, he's been doing administration and stuff for the last sort of decade or two. Mostly owing to his physical health. But,
I would really like to insist that he comes for a quick fitness test.
he says,
I mean-
absolutely, Doctor. I'm sure we can schedule that once our shakedown mission is finished.
So we're moving out of. Are we in space dock or whatever?
You're currently, you're docked to in Starbase 10. It's
So
one of those
we're
ones
moving
where
out.
you're docked inside,
And the
so
doors
you have to go out of another set of doors and force field type affair.
on impulse power. The impulse engines have a list to the right. This is part of a. I'm
Okay.
still
Are we
trying
going to
correct
Tokyo
that
drift out of the dock?
It's just
Sideways.
we're approaching the doors and just veering slightly.
Which conveniently allows us to avoid hitting the side with a non-regulation protrusion off the side of deck 6.
At this point, Lodwin is trying to come to terms with the fact that every time she presses starboard, the ship goes to port.
Yep. I'm really tempted to make you roll to see if you can get out of space dock.
Oh, please do.
Let's see. Right.
Oh.
Let's see. The Franklin's engines are 8, so roll the engines and your fly skill.
Okay, talk me through
It's
this.
a mental
if
skill?
you wouldn't mind.
Oh yeah, it's
engines.
mental, isn't it? It's
Mental,
Go
flying.
You just roll the ship and your appropriate skill as opposed to your mental
Yeah.
dice. I had to look
Right,
that
yeah.
up.
Okay, so /R, then
So then some curly brackets, and inside those will go D8, which is the ship's engines, plus your fly skill, which is Bloodwind. There we go. Which is 12. And you can roll your helmsman D8 as well. You may choose to roll that as a D4 if you'd like a plot point.
why not? So it's /R, funny brackets, D8 plus D12 plus D4.
Yeah.
Yes.
Close the brackets
Any
and
space-
then K2.
Okay, any spaces between R and the first funny bracket?
Yes, you need to space
Yes.
that. And I
And
will
no
roll,
space between N bracket and K2.
Yeah.
and I will roll the score you need to beat.
Oh,
Which is a
that'd be
6. That's not too bad. So 2d6 there for your difficulty, and a d6 because of the complication of the ship listing to the right.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I think I've rolled that right, or I probably rolled it completely wrong.
No, that looks right.
That's correct.
completely right.
15.
You just... It's just my crew is the people that can roll dice, and then there's me.
Yeah.
So you also
I'm just
get
gonna...
a hero
If you
dice.
come back tomorrow night, you can see Jack trying to escape from the predicament he got himself into last time from not being able to roll dice properly.
That some of my opposition rolls may have been a little harsh, but they were still theoretically beatable for the number of dice he rolls.
Okay.
Okay, so you get a hero dice, and do you want to describe how you get the ship out of space dock?
Well, contrary to standard Star Trek norms, it's not right way up. It's actually upside down by the time it comes out of space dock, and slightly at an angle, well, more sort of sideways. But it goes through the doors, which is the main thing, and there's no scraping or sparks, none at all, honest. There's definitely no marking on the space dock walls, and everything is fine.
Jenkins is like twitching, but you can feel him behind you twitching.
There's a vein in his forehead.
Yeah.
Throbbing.
Yeah.
Reg notices that the port forward sensor doesn't seem to be reporting anymore.
Everything's
It's funny
fine.
because she could have sworn there was a reading off of that, like before they opened the outside doors.
And Starbase 10, as soon as you clear, closes their doors, and they seem to close much faster than they normally would.
Go away.
And then the Starbase commander hails you.
Did we have a comms officer or no?
It's
Three.
normally Ops that handles comms.
Okay, I thought we had someone listed separately as
No.
comms.
Anybody's welcome to do comms if they like, but it's normally the Ops officer that reports that somebody's hailing you.
Fair enough. Then open channels and respond to the hail.
Yep. And the commander comes on, and he's just like, "Good luck and Godspeed, Franklin."
We'll need it. Good luck with the repairs.
Thank you.
It was
Tell them
fine.
If you need any extra parts, I know a guy.
Tell them I'm sorry about that runabout.
Basically, we're sorry about engineering. We're just all really sorry about our engineering crew.
Yeah, Starbase.
At the same time,
we're sorry in
engineering
general.
is adding a speed underneath warp speed with God speed and a nice big red button beside it. Is that right?
Yep. And there's one above as well that just is ludicrous speed. Nobody dares touch that.
This is the ops officer reminding everybody once again to quit giving engineering ideas.
Understood.
I'm guessing that Ops has a button that has that message queued. That's just right there. It's just big red no with an exclamation point.
Yep.
Yes,
No.
that is exactly it.
It's a big physical button as well that she can just mash rather than a little touchscreen one.
Yeah, I know. It's like boop 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 boop.
Okay, so you engage warp and head towards the Bootio system.
Yeah, the deck 6 fills up with more toast.
Yep.
You notice the ship kind of just judders. Well, the ship judders a little bit before going to warp, so I give it a kick, and then
I've managed to get the port forward sensor back working again, but now the rear starboard one seems to want to keep just staring right into the nacelle for some reason. So basically, it's a giant white thing that we might not have a sensor.
That should be fine.
fine.
And I can keep up sensor sweeps as we're going along.
Yep. So, Helm, you know it's 4 hours to the Bootio system. And so you're heading off, and so the captain asks for a tour of the ship.
Yes, sir. I will. Delegate. Our ship's counselor will be happy to give you the tour, sir.
Excellent, he says. Where is Lieutenant Reynolds?
I don't know, sir. Lieutenant Reynolds, come in.
What was that?
Lieutenant Reynolds,
Yeah?
are you awake?
I am now.
Report for duty. Report to the bridge. Immediately.
Fine.
Now. I'm sure she won't be long, sir.
Excellent.
2 minutes later,
I
turbo
comment
lift
quietly to Bridget that they should really check on the liver function of our new captain. Proactively.
Yeah.
To pass the time, I bring out my extensive list of the various defunct science experiments that had occurred and severely damaged a lot of the ship, and just like go through it. And it's like a 500-page document, and just start going through it with the captain while we wait.
Yeah. He's just slowly just getting more and more depressed the more you list off. Just like, what did they do to her? And he just pats the arm of the chair, and I'm so sorry.
Whatever they did it really badly. Or, oh wait,
Or
There's some
really
people-
well, depending on...
yeah, there were some competent people involved. They were just things went awry, and you just
They
kind
were
of
all killed.
Mostly rye on toast.
yes. There's kind of a cascade failure, really. One thing went wrong, which went over to another experiment, another lab, which broke down something there, which broke down something in
Went
a
to
further
rye,
lab,
then something went to sourdough.
Yeah.
and
There were competent people. They were all killed in a transporter accident.
yes,
You see, as you're describing how it all went wrong. As you're describing how it all went wrong, you see Jenkins shifting uncomfortably in his chair.
And at this point, the turbo lift doors open, close, and you just hear loud yelling and a bang, and then the doors open, and out steps Captain Reynolds.
Now, is the councillor in uniform, or did she decide?
Dressed
for the
as you see
dresses?
her. Dressed as you see her. She's not used to be in uniform, so...
Yep. So the captain hears the loud bang and turns around to see you enter. Councillor, you're out of uniform.
Yes, sir. That I am.
Well, you can correct that later. I believe you've volunteered to give me a tour of the ship.
I think I've been voluntold, but yes, I will give you a tour of the ship.
Well done for volunteering, councillor. Good job.
Hush you. I wasn't talking to you.
We may have to have words about your attitude later, councillor, he says. And then gets up and heads over towards the turbo lift.
I will also try to accompany because I'm still not done with my list.
Yeah. He says,
I make a personal
Commander
note to
Jenkins?
buy the councillor a drink later for that
Yes,
comment.
Yeah. Commander Jenkins, you have the bridge.
Yes, sir.
Don't crash us while we're away.
That's what we have a helmsman for.
He ignores you.
So, Councillor Reynolds, where are you going to take him first?
You know what? Let's take him to the beating heart of this ship.
Come on down.
The toast deck?
No.
Maybe
No,
don't
Oh no,
show
wait, the
him
beating
toast
heart deck is awkward.
Yeah,
I was gonna say the toast deck might be where the beating heart is, but I'm not sure, so I'm taking him down to engineering.
Engineering, report. Did you fix the problem with the shuttle bay doors?
yes, sir. They should be working now, and we've completed
Excellent,
the repairs.
excellent.
Well
done.
You did say to use any means
Yes,
necessary.
yes. Well done, well done. Good
Good.
job.
That's yes. Engineering out.
At this point, we note that Jenkins's bathroom will not work at his own quarters anymore.
We'll come to that.
We have. So you're coming into engineering.
Yes.
Okay.
Plans are afoot. We're also on toast.
Shall I describe engineering?
Yes. Give us
yes.
a description of the general chaos of engineering.
So engineering, it's you've got the warp core in the middle, consoles around the side. To one side, and there's a long tube going off the warp core down, which feeds into the engines. In that long passageway, there is lots of piles of junk, and as Councillor Reynolds and Captain Ambrose walk in, they don't see Commander Lloyd. He is buried up to but they see bits of junk flying out from the piles, and his head appears and says, Captain, so glad of you to join us. Glad you could join us. Just wades out from the pile of junk, brushing bits of machinery and circuits off him. It's like, so come to find engineering. Everything is fine. Everything's fine. There's definitely no problems.
The captain holds out his hand to shake yours, realizes how grease-stained yours is, and just salutes instead.
Yes.
At this point, the turbo lift doors open. Blodwyn Jones walks out and just goes, "Not again!" Turns around, walks back in.
Oh, before you go, Lieutenant Jones, I have a fix for your piloting problem. Here you go. I had an ensign whip this up and just hands you a post-it note with the directions written on it. Put this on your console and everything will be okay.
She takes a post-it note, mutters, "Well, it's better than a joystick," under her breath. Nods her head and walks out.
We also have a joystick if you want. Okay. Anyway, yes, sir. I'd like to see. Would you care to inspect engineering, Captain?
Certainly. From the sounds of it, you've had a very difficult job on your hands from what they've done to this poor ship.
Yes, we still have many decks which are currently they're being investigated. They've been sealed off. We did try to. It was in my logs, sir. If you read my logs, we did try to remove some of the debris by manipulating the gravity plating with the airlock open. But that's why the USS Musashi now needs an extra month in repairs.
In related news, we're also out of protective garments for investigating those areas.
Yeah. Yes. And so here we have the warp core. This is up to code. Certain parts of the code, and should hold out for a while. I would like if we could requisition some more supplies, but I'm able to make do for now, sir.
I'm sure we'll be able to requisition some more supplies once we've completed our current mission. I'm sure Starbase 10 will be more than happy to help us get fully shipshape.
So I'm sure they'll be more than happy to help us get far, far away.
In the circuitry, the exposed circuitry for the warp core, there's a slim rectangle with silver border and what seems to be a piece of paper in the middle of it. Which would say that, I mean, I don't want, but that might catch the captain's eye. I don't know.
Yeah, he just sort of does the head to one side of. Interesting. What's that for, sir?
That's doing the job of a plasma regulator. We had to make do with some repairs earlier. Commander Jenkins did give me full authority to use any available resources, and well, I had some crewmen near his quarters, so I picked this out.
Excellent, creative thinking. Very good job. What is it?
I believe it's some form of certificate, sir. I just noticed. Yes, I think for swimming. Yes.
Oh dear.
The metal frame serves as an excellent conductor of plasma. It was the best we could do in a short time.
Well, make sure you get it back to the commander later. That seems like that might be important. But points for creativity.
Oh, thank you, sir. And yes, you'll probably find quite a lot of creative fixes for this ship, sir. We didn't have nearly enough time, but everything should be fine. Don't worry about it. Just I hope you like toast, sir.
Toast, Commander?
Yes, sir. It's what we've been requisitioning for breakfast since we have a deck full of it, sir.
A deck full of toast, Commander?
Yes, sir. It turns out, it's a funny story. There's a replicator down on deck 7 that, whenever we activate the warp core, it starts replicating toast, sir.
Well, I'm sure somebody will want a deck full of toast. Maybe we could get ourselves signed to a humanitarian mission. Keep up the good work, Commander.
Yes, sir. Will do, sir. And just dive back into the pile and start sorting through it. The Scrooge McDuck style. Just into the pile of junk.
And where are you taking him next, Counselor?
At this point, I tell our dear captain that I would show him the crew quarters and the crew bar, but it hasn't been installed yet, which is not up to code at all. And then I take him to medical.
There's a brief interlude where Jenkins walks off the bridge for a minute, leaving Petra in charge, goes into his quarters, and then just you hit, like, it cuts back to the ship in space, and you just hear this, "What?" Then it cuts away again.
Dopplers a bit as you see the ship pass by and warp.
Yeah.
He's just doing the whole, "Come on!"
Yeah. It's like on his knees in his quarters, like, my swimming certificate!
Big no!
Do not want!
And then he just replicates a new one.
More toast. Ping.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got it inscribed on the toast. It has
Certificate. Yeah, the replicators work fine, provided you like toast and toast-related products.
Still better than the beating heart of the ship.
Tea, Earl Grey, slightly burnt.
So yes, so you take the captain to sickbay.
Yes.
Yep. The med bay is fairly basic, although you can tell that it's held together by determination in some places and nothing else. Dotted about the med bay are buckets into which every so often a piece of toast will fall.
And so he has a quick look around, and you notice he's trying to stand sort of politely near you, but not close enough that you can scan him with a tricorder.
Yes, and I'm trying.
I just look at him and tell him, I believe you were scheduled for a physical, Captain?
Yes.
Ah, yes. Sir.
I know it's called a tricorder, sir, but I really do have to actually scan you with it and not just try.
He's like, well, we're on a mission, Doctor. We haven't really got time for a full physical right now. Maybe we
Just
could
a quick
schedule one in next week.
scan.
It's fine. He's really grouchy about it.
That's okay. I'm scanning him.
Yep.
I'm
right.
checking everything. That liver that I was told about.
Yeah. So you can roll mental and mental and operate for your, and you can roll
Mental.
an extra d6 for your medical equipment. And
So, an 8 and 8. And
and you
6.
also get, if you would like to roll your ship's doctor as a d4 instead of a d8, you can have a plot point. But you need to tell me why that would be a negative thing. Which reminds me, Blodwyn needs a plot point for hers, which I forgot to give her. And the captain is going to roll.
I'm just gonna to roll the basics, I think.
Yep.
10. So if it's a 10, an 8, and a 6, I do /R.
Yep.
Curly brackets, D10 plus D8 plus D6.
Yes.
Close curly brackets, K2.
Yes, but wait. Keep has to roll first.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops, I rolled.
That's fine, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. Oh, I just covered the screen with my own hand.
Here you go, Keith. You can't see it now. I'm covering my screen.
If I can't see it, neither can you.
Okay, so I rolled a 7. You also rolled a 7. Because I'm the defending player, in a tie, the defending player wins. So this is counted as a failure. So that means that...
However...
However...
You can use your plot point to keep the 3.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to roll after keep, which means you get to now spend plot points to keep dice in your roll pool.
Yep.
So if you really think this is super important that we know, you get to decide to use your plot point.
Yeah.
I'll just send my tricorder back down to engineering and hope it comes back properly.
Well, your results...
Not a slice of toast.
You show, what you expected from an old man, but as far as your initial scan shows, he's still within the limits of what Starfleet consider physically fit. Only just.
They are apparently very lax these days.
Yep. And so, that's...
They did give us a ship.
Yeah. That's medical. Anywhere else you'd like to show him, Councillor?
I don't think there's anywhere else that's...
The labs?
I mean, you're right here next to us. You could say, so we hit the labs next,
Yes,
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Is what Alex would say.
I really want to show you guys the labs a bit. There's things that need to be discussed.
Yeah, so he follows you to the labs.
Sure.
So
At this point, the doors open again nearby, and Lieutenant Blodwyn comes out of the turbo lift, looks around, passes under her breath again, goes back in the turbo lift.
Because under her breath in Klingon.
We're an hour in and we've got a recurring bit.
We've got several recurring
that's
bits.
so the lab. So because this used to be a bit of a, if I remember correctly, this used to be a bit of a science ship. Correct? Is what we decided on.
Yes, well, more that she was used as a portable lab for a long time.
Yeah. And most of those decks are inaccessible now due to the cascade of failures. And as I go back, like door after door with like biohazard signs or like dangerous electrical signs on them, they're like
And
barred
here's
off.
zombies, and here's vampires, and here's werewolves.
The Star Trek equivalent of those, whatever the scientific boogeymen's are, as it were. And then I get
Salt
to this.
vampires are a thing.
Yeah, that was the thing.
And then we get to a relatively small room that opens up and is actually in relatively working order with like scavenged equipment from various other labs in here and burn marks on the walls. And this is what he'd been able to salvage from all of the from this entire lab floor.
I point at the burn marks and says, "Spider's nest, was it?"
No. I'm still not quite sure what that is. We're still not quite sure what that was because of how energetically it exploded, but it didn't it did only cosmetic damage.
Excellent. Well, it's good to see you've got some working equipment, Lieutenant. I think perhaps we need to discuss a plan for reclaiming some of the cargo space that's been decommissioned due to these experiments.
I certainly agree. Unfortunately, as was mentioned, our previous methods of trying to clear these out have resulted. After we ran out of the traditional method, resources necessary for the traditional method, such as protective gear, the necessary cleanup materials and whatnot, we attempted to get Vernon to try and fix it. To try and fix it. This went
As expected.
And we're no longer permitted by Starfleet High Command to attempt that anymore.
They're very insistent that
Yes.
we never do that again.
Yes. And as such,
It's also why the cargo bay smells faintly of strawberry jam, but
I also don't know where he even got that beagle from.
look, I'm telling you, it just materialized one day.
Beagle or bagel?
Beagle.
Both.
Dog.
Well, they used to be separate. The less said about that, the better.
The Beagle.
Bagel.
So as a result, we need protective. We need the sufficient protective gear to get to actually get in there and successfully clear this place out. But that's not happening. But I believe according to the current requisition backlogs, we will receive those in roughly 36 months.
Maybe we can pull some strings with Starfleet to see if we can get something sorted out about that. Well, nevertheless, keep up the good work, Lieutenant Commander. Then he pauses and he's like, as we've been touring the ship, you do seem very familiar, Lieutenant Commander Powell. Tell me, did you serve on Starbase 47?
That would have been Alex Powell, number 47. I believe he was on that working there 6 months ago. Is that correct?
Yes. Lovely chap. Worked in the sciences division.
He's been doing good work over there. Unfortunately, I believe he was recently transferred to the Saint Marie ship, which is currently lost in action. So we had to have another funeral.
Well, I'm very sorry. It's always tough when you have to lose a twin.
Yes, this is the, I believe, 37th I've had to attend. It's been rough. I'm just going to say that.
He just sort of gently pats you on the shoulder and then...
Thank you.
Perhaps I'll find my own way back to the bridge. Counselor,
Awkward pat.
I'll let you stay with Lieutenant Powell for a bit.
I start sulking at I go over and just start trembling at my desk for a little bit.
So, the captain heads back to the bridge, leaving Alex alone with the counselor.
Where did I put it?
Thank you.
It is green.
One for each. Gotta stay hydrated.
Just
And
don't pour
The death
one out.
of
That's
your
probably not
other
good.
self must have been a hard thing. I need a drink.
No, it wasn't just me. It was one for each of us.
Yeah,
I'm a kind and giving person. I share my booze with him.
Okay, so the captain heads back to the bridge and asks for a status update.
Yes, sir. Lieutenant Commander Original, status update, please.
We are proceeding along. How far are we in? How long is that tour?
An hour.
An hour? So we said, what, about 4 hour
Yeah.
to get there? So we are about a quarter of the way through. No, our counselor.
Ooh, this man. No commitment to gimmick.
It's too hot. I can't.
Man of a thousand faces.
No.
We've been deceived.
You're the one who came up with this. You only have yourself to blame.
I know, but I didn't
Changeling.
think it would be this hot.
Captain,
I thought there would.
Councillor Reynolds is a changeling.
I'm a shapeshifter. No.
Yeah.
Now we can't trust anyone.
All right, we're a quarter of the way to the Bootio system. We are continually scanning the area. Have we seen anything of interest?
Nope, everything proceeding as normal.
We are proceeding along. I'm still getting a very close-up view of the starboard nacelle from our rear sensors. Do
See,
something about that.
Lieutenant Commander, see if you can turn that around so that it's facing the belly of the ship.
Thanks, Tips. I mean, sir. I mean, Tips.
It's alright, I just want to do some navel gazing later.
I'm thinking very, very hard about that close proximity of the airlock on the bridge.
Oh, right. It's right at the back, isn't it?
It's right in the back. Would be a shame if I were to allow the commanding officer to go ahead of me and accidentally hit that button. Crying shame.
There's always HatsCon.
This time.
There's always HatsCon where we can make sure that people punish him properly.
That's true.
Yes.
We
Punish.
can get out. Fail.
I can cross an ocean. I have the technology.
So yes, so the captain's like, excellent. I'll be in my ready room if you need me. And he walks over to the ready room doors, and they don't open. And then he presses a button, and they don't open. And he presses it and sort of hits it slightly, and then they open. And he goes in, and the doors close.
I have the bridge, he says to
Yep.
himself.
He says, "You have the bridge, Commander Jenkins." Oh, thank you.
Yes. I have the bridge, Commander. Oh, thank you, Commander. Well done, Commander. Yes, good job, Commander. Thank you, Commander.
And so, an hour later, this is almost your closest point of approach to the neutral zone on this route. And as you're sort of getting close to the neutral zone, you pick up a very faint distress signal.
Uh-oh.
Captain is still in the ready room.
Yes.
I inform Commander Jenkins that we are picking up a very faint distress signal, and I try and arrange the sensors to find out more detail about it.
That will be your mental, and operate. I think we decided for sensors.
Starfleet procedure upon receiving a distress call. Hail them, Commander. Lieutenant Commander.
Am I rolling first or hailing?
You can do whichever way you decide to do. I don't know what you're doing.
Figure out what the heck I'm doing.
I don't know what you're doing, so feel free to do whatever.
Well, that'll be your roll to beat to check on the sensors.
Tall is 8 and operate is 10. Okay.
Oh, and because it's sensors, you get the D6 as well, because that's your specialization.
Okay, so I'm rolling a D8, a D10, and a D6.
Yes. Yep. You do get a jinx there, which, if I want to, I can choose to give you a plot point to take advantage of. And so I will. So you get a plot point, and you're going to have a complication of sensor blind spot.
Okay. So this plays out how here? So I'm looking
this
for.
will affect your future rolls.
It gets
Okay.
written down under complications, and it just means that if you have a roll 20 for sensors in future, then Keeb can add a d6 to his side of it to make it more difficult.
Yes.
Gotcha.
But you get a plot
Gotcha.
point.
Yeah, you get a plot point, which is the important part. So on your complications, you now have D6 sensor blind spot. Okay. So yes, you try to respond to the distress signal, but it's fizzled out. You can't hail them. But what you do see on the sensors is what appears to be a civilian cargo ship, motionless just inside the neutral zone. You're also picking up a Romulan warbird approaching from the far side of the neutral zone.
No. I see what you're doing.
I'm not doing
has
anything.
Has anyone got a good skill in computer hacking?
Inform the captain. Someone inform the captain. Someone tell the captain, damn it.
I inform the captain.
Your job, sir.
Shut up, engineering.
So
This channel is open, sir.
who's
Somebody
informing the
left the phone
captain?
Look,
I
I'm
am
gonna
informing the
fix you,
captain.
and I'm gonna look. You're gonna wish you never touched that swimming certificate. Certificate.
Commander Jenkins is wibbling on, but we have an emergency that requires you at the bridge, Captain.
You get no response from the captain.
Damn
Right.
it, Jim!
I go and knock on his ready room door.
No response.
I open
I'm calling the
door.
doctor and sending her to the ready room.
Yep. It takes you a couple of tries to open the door.
Yay!
The captain appears to be slumped over, having a nap on his desk.
Okay.
I sigh and tap him on the shoulder. Try and wake him up.
Well, to Nav, he appears to be having a nap.
To
when
you, as a trained
Sorry.
medical professional,
Oh, okay.
You haven't arrived just yet. It'll take you a moment or two to enter the scene. So,
I poke him.
no reaction. At
I'm
this point,
notifying
the doctor
engineering to stand by
arrives.
for emergency actions.
There's no protocol. Why is there no protocol for this?
Yeah, at this point, the doctor arrives.
Can I roll to know the protocol for when the captain's asleep?
Wait a moment. Let the doctor decide if she can help.
I would like to do a very quick scan to check that he's okay.
Yep. I'm not going to make you roll for this one because the outcome for this is predetermined.
He's dead, Jim?
Okay.
Yes, he's dead, Jim.
He's choked to death on a bit of toast, hasn't he?
He's bread.
He's bread, Jim.
He's French.
He's brown bread.
So,
Um,
I presume Commander Jenkins is still poking him.
do we still have that beating heart? I can maybe do a heart transplant.
I wouldn't advise it.
Really,
Yes,
having the beating heart of the ship, I think he would approve.
Yes. We can use Lieutenant Powell's heart.
No.
More of him, right?
I'm using it.
You can't
shut
hear
up,
that.
you're not here, shut up.
That's
Um, I'm pretty sure that's against all the protocols and agreements that I signed when I became a doctor.
Right, it is against protocol. You're correct. That means it is incorrect. Okay. Abandoned ship. Wait, no, hang on. That's also against protocols.
So at this point, can we just... At this point, turbo lift doors open. Nobody's in it. Close. They open. All of a sudden, Alex Powell and the counselor are walking in.
Yep.
And as they're walking onto the bridge...
Drink in hand.
No, that's only me.
yes.
Or one of you.
Yes, but as we're walking onto the bridge, I tell Alex Powell, don't worry, time heals all wounds. And I say that as I'm looking down into my little black book.
Yeah.
Time.
I would like to know what the
Willful.
protocol is in this situation, but I'm afraid I know what it is.
Well, your captain's dead. Somebody needs to assume control. Somebody needs to assume command, rather.
I've been waiting for this moment all my life.
I vote the doctor.
Well,
Yes.
so
I vote
far,
the
only two of
doctor
you know
is-
that the captain is dead. The commander.
Doing
and
an
the-
autopsy.
No, because we hear Commander Jenkins say, I've been waiting for this moment my entire life. Which means I can respond by saying, I vote the doctor. I don't even know what I'm voting for, I just say that.
Hey, I could have just heard that my mother loved me. You don't know.
I don't know, but I still vote the doctor. That would still be my response when you say that.
That doesn't make any
Because I
sense.
would assume that you would, given some sort of power.
Fine.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, so. Yes, I believe Star Trek Post Protocol says that I am now in command.
Yep.
Star Trek Protocol, sir. I haven't
Lovely.
heard of that one, sir.
Lovely. I'm in so much trouble, I broke the fourth wall.
Reginald, let's loose another kiff sigh with the.
You.
Right, I need to do something. Right, okay, the protocols say I should assume command, therefore, computer, recognized Jenkins, Alpha 24.
Temporary command transferred to Commander Jenkins.
My god, it worked.
Well,
Right.
I presume the doctor also confirmed. It usually requires a confirmation code.
I make a note to talk with engineering about disabling that.
He walks across and grips the desk. He says, don't go mad with power. Don't go mad with power. Don't go mad with power. Okay, protocol. Protocol says. What do I do? I take... Okay, right.
At this point, I think Petra should probably remind him about the distress signal.
What?
Yeah. Hey, Captain Genius, we've got a Romulan warbird hanging around outside a distressed civilian ship that needs attending to now.
Uh-oh. Hail them. Yes, hail them. That's a good idea.
Which them?
Both of them. All of them. Hail everyone!
And we'll stop there for a quick break because I need some more.
Conference call.
All hail.
We'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Mr. Worf, fire.
Right. Let's come back to. There we go.
So, as is tradition for these streams, I'm being an utter bastard.
I've got one of those for afterwards.
I may have had half a pastry while I was getting my drink.
If anybody does need a further break, just yell and we'll put one in.
Oh, I'm good.
I'm good.
Right. So
Everything is fine.
there, you've received a faint distress signal. There's a civilian freighter in the neutral zone, stationary. A Romulan warbird approaching from the far side of the neutral zone.
Every time.
And you're still at warp, heading towards the Bootio system, having just discovered that the captain is dead.
I am hoisting him over my shoulder to bring him back to the med bay through the Jeffries tubes because I don't trust the turbo lift, so I can stash him in whatever passes for a morgue on this ship.
Oh,
I have a horrible.
The ice cream freezer.
No, I have a
That might
horrible
be Jack's
feeling
routine.
it's actually the spare dilithium chamber in engineering.
It's the torpedo bay.
I mean, we don't have
We're
anything
gonna fire our
to
deck
launch,
captain,
so
aren't we?
I will be assisting with this.
the rest of the bridge crew just watching as you fireman's lift. Nobody offering to help, just fireman's lift the captain. Walk across the
Well,
bridge,
gotta get him before the rigor mortis sets in.
push him into the Jeffries tube, and then just follow afterwards.
Jenkins watches that happen. He's like, well, that took place. Right.
So
Okay,
yes, your
emergency-
last order was to hail both the freighter and the Romulans.
Emergency promotions all round. Everyone jumps up one rank.
Wait a minute.
Shut up. Apart from the councillor.
I like to think
unusual
that's her
salute.
actual response.
It's an old Earth gesture, sir.
It means thank you, sir.
It's an older gesture, sir, but it checks out.
Right, pick it up, pick it up the counter.
Right. Yes. Hail everybody.
Yep.
Hailing, sir.
You get no response from either the freighter or the Romulans.
That must mean they're fine.
You do notice the freighter powers up its engines and on sensor spectra. You notice freighter powers up its engines and starts heading towards the Romulan warbird.
Oh,
Report this back to Jenkins.
What was engineering?
Oh no! As Dr. Reddy is dragging the captain's.
no, fireman's carry.
Sorry, carrying the ex-captain's body. We can't fireman's carry someone through a Jeffries tube.
No, she's pulling him through there.
Pulling the Jeffries tube.
I got him
Runs-
to the Jeffries tube
Yeah.
for the fireman's carry.
She
I
runs
can just
into-
hear his head go dong 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 on each roll.
It's very important we name the random NPC who's ops officer, right? Security officer right now.
Yes.
Okay.
You need to give them a
I'm
name
gonna
or they
go
won't
with-
live.
You have a name, guy. Do I?
I figured we should call him Victor, and to the Victor goes the spoils.
Yes.
All right,
Officer
Lieutenant
Banks.
Lieutenant Victor.
He studied history at the academy, so
Is
that
he-
he can have a
what
job
rank is he?
writing it.
Is he commander? Is he a lieutenant? He's a lieutenant. Right, Lieutenant Victor, you are now second in command. Well, congratulations.
Alright.
This Petra just gives you a 1,000-yard death stare.
But
I am distinctly wondering exactly how many captains we could get rid of on this journey.
so what I was trying to get earlier was going through the Jeffries tube, and runs into Vernon coming the other way with a tricolor in hand. Said, where are you headed, Doctor? Is our captain asleep?
Well, where's the coldest place on the ship?
Coldest place on the ship. That would be just under. That'd be in the dilithium recombination chamber. Just two lefts that way, then a right, and then another left, and you should be good.
So 2 lefts, then 2 rights, then another left.
That's it.
Excellent.
I hope the captain feels better soon. And just goes crawling off. And crawling off with it because I'm approaching the bridge with a tricorder in hand, and I come out onto the Jeffries tube opens high up the wall or possibly in the ceiling of the bridge. I just fall out. Commander Lloyd, reporting for duty, sir. I have that item that Lieutenant Jones asked me to repair. It's the tricorder, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, that was what the doctor wanted you to repair.
The doctor was repair. Oh, damn it! I messed that up in the wrong way. All right,
That's
in that
fine.
case,
That's fine.
we can so I'll hand her the tricorder in the Jeffries tube. So here you go. I fixed your tricorder. Try not. It can boil an egg at 20 paces now, whether you want it to or not, but it works.
Thanks.
Right, carry on, and then thump onto the bridge.
Worse or better?
Well, this is. Can I do a scan of both?
Does it go ping, by the way?
Only sometimes.
Sorry, I was just wondering. Can I do
Lieutenant Jones, adjust course, head towards the distress call.
While we're doing this, could I be running a scan of the freighter to see if there's what is amiss?
This is the freighter that just lit up its engines and is heading towards the warbird.
Yeah. So that will be operate and
Systems for the ship, or am I mentalizing?
your mental. See what you notice.
Okay.
Can I lend him a
Science
skill
officer
dice?
apply here.
Yes.
Can I lend him my notice die, which has a specialization in regulation violations?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, you have a D8 and a D6. Oh,
I need to wait for you to roll first. My
Yeah.
blast it.
never mind.
You get better at that.
Well, I only rolled a
didn't
9,
need that.
so you get a D8 hero dice.
Right,
You are
that's.
all the way
That's-
down here.
Yeah.
I was going to say that's.
That's a long way to have to take that. Yeah. So you scan the freighter as you're heading towards it. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong with the freighter, but your sensors are having difficulty penetrating the cargo hold.
I have reason to believe this may be a smuggler of some description, or otherwise attempting to carry goods that they do not wish to be scanned.
I have a specialty in operate sensors. Is there any way I can boost that or reconfigure
Yeah.
something to take a look?
Yep. You may attempt to repeat the scan.
Okay.
So I need to
so-
Recombinate the what's it?
To try and
Sure.
penetrate this the obfuscation.
Reconfigure the doofer.
Frog blast the vent core.
So we're mental operate and my specialization die.
That's for Saturdays only, and it costs extra hats. You know that.
Also, because he said he knows that he thinks it might be a smuggler, you might have a relevant distinction here.
Oh yeah.
Friends below decks, I will let you use there as a D4 or D8 if you would like to.
So I can add a D4 onto this, or a D8.
Or a D8. If you add a D4, you get a plot point. If you add it as a D8, you just get the bonus of a bigger dice.
However, to add it as a D4, you have to explain why it's a negative for you.
Yeah. So I'll just take the regular. Well, dang.
Yeah. So you're unable to penetrate their shields. Lieutenant Jones, you notice that The ship is just about to cross into the neutral zone.
I bring this to our ship, because I bring this to the attention of Commander Jenkins. I was like, "Sir, we're about to enter the neutral zone, sir."
Right. Yes. Regulations clearly state do not enter the neutral zone. Hang on. Paragraph 2b. Paragraph subsection 2. Unless a ship is in distress. Yes. Definitely. Okay, continue on.
I continue trying to hail the freighter to determine whether or not they are in fact in distress.
They are not responding.
Oh.
And their distress signal has halted?
Yeah, you haven't picked up a distress signal since.
When I did my scan, did I detect any life signs?
Yes, you were able to detect at least 4 crew members aboard the freighter.
I take it the Warbird is uncloaked.
At the moment, yes.
I mean, that's how we know
What's
it's a warbird.
the normal crew complement for a freighter of that size?
Graviton.
Normal crew complement for a freighter of that size is anywhere between 8 and 20. A lot of them in the crew quarters, which are next to the cargo holds, which you cannot penetrate with your sensors.
Open the channel to the Warbird.
We tried that.
Yeah.
Hailing frequencies open.
Yep.
Romulan Warbird.
Warbird
Yeah.
reporting.
You were saying something.
Linger.
Sorry, that's from Star Trek
Yeah.
Armada.
Yes, I remember.
Yes. The Warbird is still just on their side of the neutral zone. They haven't moved yet. They respond this time. And the captain is, Starfleet vessel, you have violated the neutral zone.
Technically not. We're on our way to assist a ship in distress. So, technically, we are... No. Yes. No.
Blodwyn
Yes.
Jones mutters under her breath, low enough that the the audio receivers on the communications don't pick it up, but something about will violate you in a minute.
Yeah.
Good. Excellent. Good thinking, Lieutenant. Keep that in mind. Sorry, what?
The Warbird commander says, relations between our species may be at an all-time high, but the neutral zone is still the neutral zone. You have violated the neutral zone. We will respond to the distress of the freighter. Please turn around and leave.
You make a good point. Turn around. Yep. Everyone, turn around. Time to go home. What? Why are you all looking at me like that?
I'm face palming very hard right now.
Hang on. Starfleet protocol. Starfleet procedures. Sorry, Warbird. I'm afraid we have to attempt to assist this ship in distress. Can we perhaps make this a joint mission? Yes, a joint mission in the spirit of cooperation. Please.
Very well, we will rendezvous with you at the freighter. Please proceed at no greater than warp 2.
This is amazing. I don't have to roll yet.
Soon.
Yeah. I was tempted to make you roll an influence check on that one.
Just because I said please, wasn't it?
Yes.
Please.
The Romulans aren't used to Starfleet captains saying please.
Completely
Yes.
thrown their training.
So, temporarily, he asks you to cut communications, and then he says, Lieutenant Commander Reginald, you have the bridge, and runs off. 2 minutes later, he comes back, and he's got this pit fixed on his collar that's clearly homemade. And it looks a little bit like it's been worn quite often when he's looking at himself in the mirror, posing. It's got that sort of shine on it where he keeps adjusting it with his fingers.
I mean, I'm there, so I'm gonna do this. I look at him and go, "Take that off. You look silly.
I look fantastic, thank you very
You
much.
look silly. It's old. It's rubbed off. Take it off. get yourself a fresh new one.
I'm sure I could find you a fresh one from
No, it's not.
There's bound to be some hits in the pile of junk in engineering, sir. I could find something
Do
for
you
you.
suggest I replicate one, Councillor? Because if so, you can eat
God,
toast.
no. God, no. I'm not hungry.
That's what I thought.
But you do not need it now. Take it off, you look silly. You need to represent.
What you should
The
do is just
Romulans,
go and take
your
one of the
Starfleet.
councillors off and put that on.
Yeah, okay.
I'm making side bets with
She's
the
not wearing
helmswoman with Jones as to how long.
She's
Jenkins
not wearing a
stays
uniform,
alive.
is she?
She's not.
No, so you don't get to take my captain's pips.
At this point,
I just
I will bet
reflexively cover my
toast.
neck. It's just like
Jenkins looks around the room like a vampire at every crew member in sequence.
Fine, I pull out of my pocket 2 captain's pips, pristine, and just go, here, wear these. If you don't give them back to me, I will make sure you die in horrible agony.
Can we get that in writing?
insubordination.
That's no way to talk to a superior officer.
While
not my
all of this is
superior,
going on,
Yes.
I've reached the dilithium chamber, shoved the captain in, and I'm now making my way back through the Jeffries tubes.
He's the beating heart of the ship now.
That's how you'd want it.
I forgot the security officer's name already.
Victor?
Victor.
Yeah. Lieutenant Victor. Take the councillor somewhere and give her a good talking to. Yes, that's it.
That's not usually the direction the talking to goes to.
That's how this works.
Victor's like, certainly, I'll give her a good seeing to, sir.
Jenkins, unlike me, maintains a completely stoic and straight face during that.
Yes, right. That's
Definitely.
Because I'm assuming, because he's Lieutenant Victor, that he basically looks like the magic card enthralling Victor, and he's got the 8-pack of perfect abs.
Be sure to come back here at some point because I'm sure Lieutenant Jones will need a vector.
Victor.
Also, we're
I
going
was
to
going
need
to make that
You
one
did
later.
this. You did this. You named him. Sorry, what was that?
I said we're also going to need an away team.
Well volunteered.
Of course.
Of course.
Okay.
By the way, Captain, you'll probably need somebody to liaise with the Romulans while we're on the away mission.
Well,
Just throwing it out there.
sorry, I didn't hear anything after you said captain.
I know,
Okay,
but you might still need somebody to liaise with the Romulans.
Commander Lloyd, there's a funny droning noise behind me. Can you do something about that?
I don't think that's within my purview, sir.
Someone who's well liaised with Romulan ale.
What was that, Lieutenant?
Nothing, sir.
That's what I thought. Right. Yes. Engage warp 2 and head towards the ship in distress.
Okay, as you do that, the Romulan warbird jumps to high warp to arrive at the freighter considerably quicker than you will.
Lieutenant
all the
Commander.
everything.
Lieutenant Commander Lloyd.
Yes, sir.
Can you do something to our engines so that they, and I understand what I'm saying here is technically against regulations.
My hand is hovering over the no button.
Can you adjust the output of our engines so that it looks like we're in trouble and cannot modulate our warp speed?
I can. I'll think of something, sir.
Okay, take whatever you need, except my certificates.
We already have one of those, sir. No more certificates. Understood, sir. Well, I'll have to make do then, sir.
The no button is wearing out.
Trying to fake a warp signature. Yeah, I think if I put a Put the right kind of
Twist doesn't
modulation on
actually
the
have to do
warp
anything.
field.
I don't care how much toast it produces, just do it.
Understood, sir. I could rig up one of the other replicators to produce an equal amount of jam, if that would help.
You're suggesting some sort of hot jam-based weapon. I like it. Very good thinking.
Definitely, sir.
Yes, well done.
Okay, so we will see. Let's have a look at Hatz's
Weaponized
character sheet
preserves.
for what to roll to fake your warp signature. I think we'll go with mental and fix for this. You may also use your I'll think of something.
I do have a... Okay. Yeah. Yes. What?
I have a skill that I can use. What are you using? Operate.
Fix.
Fix.
Fix and... was it just fix? Or...
Mental fix.
Mental and
you get
Alright.
your
Mental
I'll
fix.
think of
distinction,
something
I know.
and your galvanic impact resonator.
And any specializations you have in fix.
Okay. I don't
but-
have...
I am also going to lend you my die in fix, which is a d6, but then because I stand for the crew, I'm going to spend a plot point and step that up to a d8.
Okay.
So
So...
you have an extra d8.
Okay.
Okay.
Just gonna work... Okay, let's let Keeb roll for this first, so we don't do
Yes.
it backwards.
Yes.
Alright,
That's
so...
the most important thing to figure out with this entire game.
So, okay, you need to roll... Okay. Mental, right?
Yep.
Mental
Mental,
fix.
okay. Mental and fix, and then I have...
I'll think of something, which is a D8.
D8, or I can do it as a D4 to get a plot point. Because we've got so much else going on here, I will do it as a D4.
Yep.
Um,
Your jury rigged also is applicable here.
Yeah, which is step up or double fix for a scene. So fix is 12. If you do take or step up a related complication.
So you
you can
can't
double-
actually step up fix, but you can,
double it.
and roll two.
You get two d12s.
Right, sorry, yeah. Double it. So D12, I will do that then, so plus another D12.
Then you get some complication, which means you probably just busted our engines.
No.
Something. No.
Something better.
A
Than
related complication to what we're doing.
Yes, but that's not up to you, is it, Jack?
No.
So shut up. Let us roll.
Oh no! Oh no!
Alright.
toast
Or-
containment has been breached. You are now venting toast.
Perfect. Alright, so... Okay. Alright, so D10, D12, D4, another D12, and Nav. What was your...
A D8.
D8, right.
And your D6.
Oh yeah, my hammer.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Plus a D6. Okay. Alright, if this doesn't work...
You're just gonna roll all ones. I'm just
Just
rolling
the
it out
next
because that's
level.
what I do.
Don't pull the Eliza special. Just don't.
Okay, so roll all of that and keep 2. Got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Hop! Shit!
That is the Eliza special.
Yes!
No, it's not.
It's not quite.
I'm giving
If it
you
was
a
not
point
as special,
One,
it would have
two,
been a
four,
lot
step
worse.
up the toast containment leak to a D8.
You're missing a D12. Oh no, never mind. You aren't.
Hang on. You can still spend a plot point and roll your big damn hero dice.
That's
or
true.
spend a plot point, and yeah, you could keep another dice, but none of them are high enough to keep.
No, that won't help. Yeah, I will actually.
Can you do
spend-
both?
Yes, but the thing is, if you spend a plot point to keep the 3, you'll be at 12, which means that only on a 3 or better, which is a 50-50 on a D6.
Yeah.
I'm just putting this out there because I have done this math and fucked up
Yeah.
multiple times
'Cause
last
at
time
the
we played
moment,
Firefly.
You've only got a 1/3 chance.
Right. So if I. Okay.
You need a 5 or a 6, basically.
Also-
Actually, you need a 6 because you need to.
Yeah, you need a
can't
6,
equal
so
it.
you have 1/6 chance on a normal
Yeah.
D6.
Right. So
You
if I
can
spend.
Also-
spend 3 plot points to just beat. Wait, a 3 and a 2, that's 5, so you can spend 3
Or
plot
you-
points to guarantee the beat.
You
I
could
gave
just
him a
accept
skill.
Yeah. You could just accept
I
a
get
failure.
complication.
Yep. Could accept the fail and or try and beat it.
I mean, you are now venting toast. That may achieve Nav's goal anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Actually. Oh, yeah. In fact, for this, I think I will accept the fail since we are now venting toast. So we are definitely in trouble.
I get a complication as well.
Okay. Your complication. So you tried to help him fix and do something. Let's see. Your complication.
Your mic's going a bit funny.
No, that's mine.
Oh.
It sounded like a dot matrix printer.
I was just thinking that. I was getting nostalgia over here.
The attempt to fake the warp core instability has there's a small singe mark on your certificate now.
Overloaded the plasma conduits. There may be
Lieutenant Commander Lloyd,
damage.
see me in my ready room after all this.
I didn't realise you had a ready room. Oh,
I do
now.
now!
I see what you mean, sir. Yes, I understood, sir. Yes, sir.
Mine.
And we, so we, the rerouting of the power to try and fake the signature. We're now leaking toast, sir.
Perfect, excellent, all as I planned. Why is everyone looking at me like that? Honestly, can't get the staff these days. Right, yes, increase warp speed.
That will mean we start venting more toast, sir.
Excellent, yes, do it.
All right. More power to warp engines.
I'm sure light speed velocity toast isn't going to be a problem to anybody else coming through this sector.
It'll be fine.
Look, right now it's the yeast of our problems.
Oh, that hurt.
Sitting on that for the
I think at this point I'm starting to put helm control with my head.
just rolling. Right.
Bang!
I'm having fun. Is anyone else having fun?
Yeah, physically. First blood.
Okay, so you
After this,
accelerate-
Starfleet quit using this sort of thing.
You accelerate back up, and you get to the freighter about 3 or 4 minutes after the warbird arrives.
Okay, what do we see?
The
Scanning.
warbird is just sitting just off the freighter. The freighter is sat, not doing anything. The warbird's shields are down.
No, have no.
I lock out the
Um,
torpedo commands and the phaser.
Your allies.
Might need to warn them about the light speed velocity toast that's going to overtake us.
But I am dragging toast!
You failed to realise.
You shall make a warbird sandwich.
Oh no, I'm Michelle Rickman.
Extra chicks. In
Sub-commander
Firefly,
sandwich.
I briefly instituted a policy of puns earn you plot points, and then we encountered Sheriff Cow, and measures had to be taken to prevent too many plot points being accumulated, and now puns are tolerated rather than encouraged.
It was legendary.
The worst thing is he's still our friend, Sheriff Cow. I have no idea how.
He
You
likes
never heard
us.
the puns.
I'm sure
Yeah.
you steered me in the right
How
direction.
now, Brown?
Yeah.
Sheriff.
I know, Brian Coy.
Yes. My work here is done. Good day, everybody.
Yes, so both the freighter and the warbird have their shields down.
Captain's
Even-
a doctor.
Hello.
Exactly how dead was the captain?
If he wasn't dead before, he's very dead now.
Okay, understood.
He's in a dilithium chamber, sir.
Good word. That's very not. That is against regulations. Why is he in there?
Because we don't have a morgue.
It's still sealed off.
All things considered, that's probably for the best.
Yes. We lost 3 instants trying to seal that thing off.
How many of them were you?
Oh. Only me.
We only have the one.
Yeah.
All right,
didn't
then.
bring
If there's
any spares.
by regulation, there's only one of us per Starfleet installation. These
Good
days.
point. Yes, we must adhere to the regulations. Okay, right. Right. Get me a scan of all the ships in the area, then hail everybody again.
Scanning and hailing.
Yep. Okay, the freighter returns your hail this time.
Oh, good. Well,
Do we have any results on the scan?
You're the only 3 ships in the area. You still can't scan the freighter's cargo hold, and you can't penetrate the warbird very deeply.
oh ho. That's what you
I
think.
was waiting for that.
I wasn't gonna go there because that's not my job.
Load of torpedoes.
I specifically took first officer because I didn't want to be, the person who does all the talking. This has backfired on me in a big way. Right. In that case, I would like to use my prime defective, where I get a plot point for trying to apply protocol, policy, or training in a situation where it clearly doesn't apply, by speaking directly to the freighter and asking them to lower their shields and prepare to be boarded by a Starfleet crew, away team.
Their
The
shield's already down.
Yeah.
Perfect. Then they'll tell them to prepare to receive an away team.
Lower me
The
of
freighter
the
captain says, thank you very kindly for your offer, but the Romulans have already sent an away team. Their engine problems have been resolved, and they'll be on their way shortly. They thank you for coming to their assistance, and say you may continue your journey.
Are you sure you wouldn't like any improvements to your engines, Captain? I know that those old freighters only can get up to about warp 6. I could definitely help you out. I've got some spare parts, maybe?
Spare
You might
toast?
like?
He is very good at that sort of thing. In fact, you could probably keep him for a bit. Why is
Yeah,
everyone
also-
looking at me like that?
Also, if you're low on food supplies, we do have some surplus.
Yeah, the captain says thank you very kindly for your offer, but your ship appears to be leaking some form of wheat product. Perhaps your engineer should be looking at that.
Operating as intended. Not to worry. That is all well in hand. Yes, well in hand.
And wheat adjacent products.
Yes.
Because I think that they're probably trying to transfer something out of the shielded cargo hold at this moment. Perhaps could the scans we are doing perhaps detect something when it's in transit?
You would be able to potentially detect transporter activity on both ships.
So would that be just operate again?
Yes.
Science officer replies.
Yep.
Does it?
Yes.
Okay.
You have a 10.
Is there any way I can assist, or would I have to roll separately?
Yes,
You could add
you may
your
loan
stuff
him
with it.
your specialization
sorry.
dice.
He won.
He already won.
He already
Sorry,
won, so
I-
that's fine.
Sorry about that.
So the point of adding a skill dice to someone else is you help them out, but you also incur potential penalties. If he rolls a jinx, you both get a complication and you don't get a plot point for it.
Okay.
That's why I got the D6 complication, but didn't get anything for it.
Yep. Your plot point was for your reaction to the damage certificate, as opposed to actually being given the jinx.
I mean, that's one way of doing it.
You can see that the freighter's cargo transporters are operational and transporting something. You can also see that the Romulan Warbirds transporters also appear to be operating.
Do I get any indication of what is being transported?
Unfortunately, no, you can't detect that.
Okay.
But yeah, you know that both
Freighter-
ships are seemingly transporting a lot of things very quickly.
Freighter, please prepare to receive Starfleet away team. We are working with the Romulans and are sending them to assist. Thank you. And I cut the transmission.
The freighter captain. Obviously, you cut the transmission. As Navarin was delivering that speech, you noticed the transporter activity was tailing off, and the freighter has now put its shields back up, as have the Romulans.
Well, that's unfriendly. Suggestions?
We could try throwing some toast at them, sir.
Helm, move the ship 500 meters to starboard.
Moving 500 meters to starboard, sir.
If I've calculated this right, in about 8 seconds, there'll be some light speed toast coming this direction from exactly our course on exactly our heading. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, a cloud of lightspeed toast whips through. The freighter and the warbird, fortunately, both had their shields up in time.
Yes.
Their shields take some significant impacts. The warbird shields remain up. As the cloud of toast passes by, once it's finished, the freighter shields flicker and drop. The Romulans immediately hail you.
On screen?
On screen.
On screen, the Romulan commander is caught mid-Romulan swear word, and then he turns to you and it's like, "What is the matter with you? Bringing such ridiculous navigational hazards with you? What even is your ship venting right now?"
That wasn't us, Commander. We were just leavening.
And he just goes into a rant about irresponsible Federation captains poking their nose into business that doesn't belong to them, endangering law-abiding Romulans.
Sir, I just whisper to Navigator.
Yes, Lloyd.
We may be able to play this one off, sir. Let me talk to them.
This is highly improper, but I will allow it. Because I'm going to go and ready an away team.
Okay.
So that, although you muted your mic, the Romulan captain is still yelling at you. So, when you
And
want
he
to
just
interrupt
walks
him...
off without saying anything.
Romulan vessel, this is Lieutenant Commander Vernon Lloyd, and he would like to speak to you.
Yes, I will be dealing with you. So you see, so what I'm trying to do is convince them that it was that we ran into a spatial anomaly, and that this was an accident, and that they should prepare, that they should move back, and or they should brain. They should prepare to receive us for inspection and scan to make sure that they are okay.
Oh, not the Romulans.
Well, try and convince the Romulans that
Okay.
that it was a spatial anomaly and not
Our ship's mission was to investigate an anomaly.
Yep.
Yes.
And also there was toast.
So, you need to roll social and trick for this.
Can I add my trick dice to his roll?
Yep.
No, because you've walked off.
Oh yeah, you've
No,
left the
I
scene.
introduced him.
You walked out the scene.
You went to go and set up an away
Okay.
team.
If you've left the scene, you could re-enter, and then...
That's fine. But so I'll be putting together an away team consisting of the doctor, in case there's medical attention needed to be given, the science officer.
Ready in away team.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh god, I just realised what I did. I ready for the away team.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Right, so the
ready room.
Romulan
Ready
commander
and
has...
away team.
Ready and the away teams. Bad cover band.
And then I'll ask for any more volunteers.
So we've got social, trick, and I have a specialization in trick muggles.
Yes, which applies here.
Okay.
I volunteer.
So wait,
Excellent.
so what does the specialization let me do?
Sorry, excuse me.
You get an extra d6.
Okay, an extra d6. So right.
Yeah.
So I get D8. D8 and 2d6. Got it.
Now, the Romulan captain rolled a 5, and this is the captain, not me. So,
Okay.
what you could do here, because he's got a jinx, you could choose to
Right.
spend a pot point and give the Romulan captain a complication, which means you can then roll that as an extra dice against him.
Yes, let's do that. I've got 4 plot points, so I'll spend one of them.
Yep. What complication would you like to give the Romulan captain as he's trying to resist your explanation of...
Gluten intolerance?
I would go with not sciencey.
Yeah, no, his complication is that he was not part of the science division. He's purely command and operations, or
So you
the
could say he
Romulan
was
equivalent is
confused?
Confused, yes.
Allergic to
D6
technobabble.
confused.
That's a
D6
good one.
allergic to technobabble, I like.
Yes, there we go. Alright, so D8, and that means that I have 3d6 to roll then.
Yeah.
So if I do like 3d6, it should do that, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You can see
Just
I use
checking.
the syntax when I have
Oh yeah.
that.
I gotcha. So a D8 and 3d6, key 2. Right.
I was gonna have it as crumbles under pressure.
14.
Yep.
Um,
So you get another
That's a-
hero dice.
Yes.
It's a D10.
Oh, it's a D10. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Yay. This is going very well.
It's a bake.
That got worse. So as you're tricking him, the leak you just start spouting more toast.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, it's just,
Oh God.
we'll have to make sure to report back to Commander Berry, and when we get back to Starbase.
Yes. Admiral Hollywood is going to be a bit annoyed with you. And yes, so you successfully convinced the captain that Romulan captain that it was an encounter with a rogue anomaly. He's still not quite sure why the cloud of objects appear to be made of the same things that your ship is currently leaking, but he accepts your explanation.
And so we should go over there and make sure that the freighter is okay, because it might be experiencing some of the effects that we did, and we wouldn't want the freighter to start leaking toast, or your vessel.
Suggest that you go over and help fix their vessel.
Ooh. I could assist you in some repairs if you like.
The Romulan
Weaponized
captain says
engineer.
that his ship is fine. His engineering crew have a good handle on the situation. He does say, though, you're free to assist the freighter,
Okay.
and then cuts the communication. The Romulan warbird then turns and warps away.
Damn.
All right, so I'm gonna.
Given how this could have gone, that's a pretty good result.
So I'm gonna run down and insist I join the away team to help with the repairs.
Excellent. Yes, more willing volunteer. Yes, good job.
I'll leave Ensign Dot in command of engineering. She'll be fine. Just no. Don't worry if she calls you a clod. It's fine. Happens to everybody.
I'm assuming I'll get that at some point.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. Depends.
Ensign Dot is a small green alien with triangular pointy hair.
Yes. This is an engineering NPC that we have.
Right. Okay.
She also has a pad strapped to her left arm.
Yep.
So hands up if you're on the away team. 1, 2. I know the
My
doctor
hand is up.
My hand is also up.
All right. Excellent.
So
In that
it's
case,
everybody but science and ops.
That sounds about right for
I got voluntold
Science
first.
is there. Somebody needs
Wait,
to watch
science
the
is there
ship.
as well.
science is there. Ops. Do you want to go?
I would suggest joining us, mutinying to that ship, and then just leaving him.
Are you
Wait,
taking?
You make a
Lieutenant Victor?
persuasive argument.
It
Sorry?
not leaking toast.
I'm also bringing Victor.
Not yet. Not leaking toast yet.
I've just got this
Victor's
vision
going.
of Victor and the Councillor reappear on the bridge, ready to join the away team, and the Councillor's now got her arm around Victor's and is just she's smoking a cigarette now.
A synth.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let you have proper tobacco.
We get it, they vape.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Alright,
Away
so
team.
I shall join the away team, assuming there's someone competent to be left in charge of the ship.
Yeah.
Yes!
On
There's
this
not.
ship?
It turns out that Beta Shift is actually very competent, but
I'm staying here. Don't worry, it's fine.
Well, it's against regulations for captains to go on away missions.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. See, there's a potential first officer there. Well done, Mr. Venn.
Please stay here, Petra. Keep them safe.
The kidnapping the following ship is starting to look a lot more attractive, frankly.
Right. So I order.
specifically, who's in charge of the away team?
Who's the highest ranking officer?
Either Petra or Vernon.
Hang on.
Like, I think me and I'm Lieutenant Commander, Vernon's Lieutenant Commander.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm
Alex is
Lieutenant.
Congratulations, Officer Reginald. You're in charge.
Huzzah.
I definitely didn't just flip a coin then. No one saw me flip a coin. That's not a thing that happened.
What? No, that's not something that you can do. There's a spatial anomaly.
Yep. So you beam on board the away team beams over to the freighter. You beam into a corridor just near the bridge.
I should note at this point that in between going from the bridge to the transporter room, that Blodwin Jones has quickly run off and got her Klingon Daktang and armor and some phasers.
Yeah, she's actually more well equipped than the security officers that have gone with you.
Lieutenant Commander Lloyd, you did fix the transporter problem, didn't you?
I'm pretty sure I did,
God.
sir.
Perfect.
I just realized what I signed up for.
Excellent. I'm sure when you arrive, everything will be perfect. Good. Now, good luck.
As fun as
and
it
I'll
would
see
be
you all.
to make you roll to see if you survive the transport, we'll assume that the transporter is working as
This
intended
time,
this time.
this time it worked.
Lieutenant Commander Reginald, your mission is as follows. Assist the ship with its repairs and find out what was going on over there, because I'm not sure they were telling me the truth, and I also want you to make a complete log of any regulations violations you find while you're over there.
Sure thing, Captain. Calms out.
Okay, so yeah,
I don't
so
think he's particularly respectful of me. He
Sir.
said to no one. He said to no one in particular, being alone on the bridge, all on his own.
you arrive on the freighter, a small dimly lit corridor. It sort of seems to be the main corridor of the ship.
I know I fixed the teleporter, but we all beam in facing a wall.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
right.
and
so-
I
oh.
suddenly noticed that one of my phasers has been replaced with a little toasted soldier dipping in eggs.
And yeah, behind you, sort of in the part of the corridor that would lead down to the cargo bay, is a security force field, and the red alert sirens are going off on the ship.
Do we see any sign of any of the crew members?
One of the crew members comes out of the bridge and greets you. He says he's the first officer of the freighter. As you can see, they've got the situation in hand rather.
Underhand, you
Freudian
say?
slip there.
Underhanded situation.
Underhand.
Freudian.
They say their engineer is fixing the last of the hull breach is caused by the wheat-based anomaly, and they'll be underway shortly. But they thank you for your help and say they really wish that the captain had asked before sending an away team over.
I did.
You asked the
told them.
Romulans.
You didn't
I
ask.
to- No, I told them to drop their shields and prepare to be boarded. They just forgot about that because they put their shields back up.
All right.
upon them dropping their shields, I assumed that was them accepting my my offer of help. Dropping their shields.
Right. So I walk up to this first officer and just kind of like throw my arm around his shoulders and say, okay, look, let's drop the act. What the hell just went on here?
So, we had a small emergency with our warp drive, straight into the neutral zone. The Romulans kindly assisted, and then we were attacked by some light speed wheat-based projectiles.
See, is there any particular reason why engine assistance from, say, a warbird of any sort would require emptying your cargo hold into another ship?
There's nothing wrong with our cargo hold at all, but you're welcome to inspect it.
No, you're right. It did seem to be functioning just fine. Seems to be empty now, though.
We'll show you. And he drops the security force field, walks to the nearest hatch, opens it up, and inside it's filled with standard Federation containers.
When we got here, they were adrift, were they? Or
Stationary.
Stationary. Okay. I'm just resting. So I'm just going to see if I can. I want to scan to see if I can detect if there are any problems with their engines, or were any problems with their engines.
Yep.
Okay,
And
so yeah.
I'd like to go and open one of the containers.
Okay, well the containers say that they are filled with self-sealing stem bolts. All their security seals appear to be intact.
We need some of those.
Yeah, I'd still like to open it just in case.
Could I use my tricorder to run a scan of the area to try turn a scan of the atmosphere in the area to see if the kind of standard atmosphere particulates that result from having a storage hold full of these stem bolts would be here?
You run a scan. The air composition in the cargo bay is slightly off. Matches more what you'd expect from a Romulan ship, although with the door open it's rapidly normalizing, but the initial composition appeared to be incorrect. Hats, your scan, as far as you can tell, there was never anything wrong with the engines.
So, do we know for sure, and I'm talking to the away team here, do we know for sure which direction those teleporters were going?
I believe they were teleporting to the Romulan ship.
And from.
I'm
So
sorry,
I think
was-
they probably swapped something around.
Yeah. So you wanted to try and open one of these containers. As you attempt to do that, the first officer yells at you to stop.
And I just glare at him and carry on.
Okay. He rushes over to try and stop you.
Don't rush a Klingon, man.
Oh no! Oh no! We're gonna have a scrap.
Yeah, I pull the first officer aside and just say, if everything was good, then there shouldn't be any problems, right? Maybe you should talk to my engineer about your engine problems.
He's like-
there seems to be a couple of discrepancies there.
If you break the security seal, we can't sell that. He seems really insistent that you do not break the security seal.
What's the regular price for a crate of those?
He names a price in Latinum.
Some number of bars.
Yeah,
Strips,
some number
possibly.
of bars.
Yeah.
Let's say five bars of gold plus Latinum per case.
Wish I knew what the going rate was.
Well, there isn't one. in the
Here's what's going to
Federation.
happen.
Yeah.
Out of my pocket, I pull. Here's a reimbursement form. There you go. Fill that out. Ship it in triplicate to Starfleet. Then they'll reimburse you.
Our commander will be very pleased to see this form.
Yeah, so you let us pick out a crate, we open it up, and, we break it, we bought it.
I need to
Bloodwing
talk to the
carries on
captain.
breaking it.
And you just break it. Okay. It's not self-sealing stem bolts inside. This particular crate appears to contain Romulan ale.
Oh dear.
I quickly put the cover back on before the councillor notices it. The councillor is with us, isn't she?
It's just
The counselor may have noticed.
Oh dear. And so yeah, it's not stem bolts.
I realized that.
The first officer's like, no, this is stem bolts. We took on a supply of stem bolts at Starbase 15, and we're transporting them to a client on Bajor.
That's
Can
a
we
lie,
perhaps
because I can
discuss
smell
the liquid
Romulan ale
nature
from
of your
here.
stem boats?
yeah. These don't appear to be regulation stem bolts.
Your stem
They
boats
smell
appear to
like
have the
ale.
wrong taste.
Someone's
Yeah.
talking about regulations.
Counselor, test those stem bolts.
Gladly, sir.
Taking one for
Get
you,
the
18.
stem bolts to sick bay.
First off,
Yeah.
pop the top, smell it, and then drink.
Yeah, this is proper high-quality Romulan ale. The really good stuff that sells for a fortune on the black market.
Yeah, they're really good.
Cool, we got this cheap, guys.
Heavily illegal stuff.
Yes.
Don't worry about that. Not now. We got it cheaply.
We haven't-
Blodwin, go check another couple crates.
I wish it had been blood. I hope they have some blood wine. And he goes off to kick open some more crates.
Yeah, the other crates also appear to contain Romulan ale.
Ooh.
This is assuming
This
their
means
other
two
three
things.
cargo holds are filled with the same stuff. This is an incredibly valuable cargo.
I say to the team, this means two things. One, they're under arrest. Two, there's a party on tonight.
Crew bar is now relocated to the counselor's quarters. All right, so I
I'm
do
having
inform
like
our.
on alcohol poisoning for various species.
I inform the first officer that he needs to take us to his captain right away, or their captain, and call back to Commander Jenkins and notify the erstwhile captain. Sorry, that there appears to be some non-regulation cargo in the holds, and perhaps we should look at confiscating this and returning it to the closest starbase for official inspection.
Absolutely. Hang on. I'm gonna
Did you write down bread puns? Oh, help us.
I'm gonna roll some dice.
Oh no.
Keeb, I would like to know the Starfleet regulations in this situation, and I'm going to roll to achieve said aim.
Well, I can tell you, the regulations say that you're authorised to impound the cargo and the ship, and take them back to tow them back to a starbase for trial. Well, investigation then trial.
Investigate.
Right.
Come on,
Excellent.
Commander Jenkins. Might we keep some of this? I think Romulan ale, the properties of Romulan ale should make for a good plasma coolant.
Oh, it's Romulan ale, is it?
Whoops.
Interesting.
Just punch.
I have.
No, on the
I
shoulder.
have a set of. Hang on. Hang on. He pulls out like a data pad. It's like right. Yes. Okay. Number 1. First order: the Counselor must return to the ship immediately. Number 2.
Medical emergency. Our engineering officer is critically wounded.
Number 2. Congratulations, Commander. Reginald? Yeah, Commander Reginald, yes, congratulate you are now in charge of that ship. Take over. Everyone on board is under arrest, and you are to follow us back to Starbase. Was it 15?
10.
10. Starbase 10.
Starbase, the closest one.
Hang on, number 3. Why
Get
is
the
this?
sat nav. Get the sat
Starbase is
nav.
about to get very.
I asked
very rich.
Victor to get our vector.
Why is this written in crayon? It says here, I have to believe this. It says it in the regulations. All crew are to report back to our ship within the next 4 hours for. Can someone explain to me what a hootenanny is?
Bloodwind just smiles very happily to herself.
This may take a while, sir.
Who's been in my quarters?
I think at this point, who hasn't?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
don't
wouldn't
know
know
that.
anything about sensors
Phrasing.
being
Keep
disabled on that.
phrasing.
Yes. Anyway, those are my orders, and I expect them to be carried out. Yes. All of them.
Okay. While you're relaying that back to Petra, the first officer draws a phaser on Petra, and 4 other goons from the freighter appear in the doorway, pointing phasers at the rest of the away team.
Come on, hurry up. What's the delay? Come on, I haven't got time for this.
Sir, we appear to have a small security situation.
Bloodwind smiles happily.
Okay. So, this is where we have the chance to go into combat. But
Okay.
because of the way I've set this up, you have a chance to choose how you respond first. They haven't just opened fire on you. And depending on who makes an action here, will determine probably who ends up going first in combat. So unlike D&D where you roll initiative, we just figure out who's most likely to have ended up going first. And then once you've made your combat rolls, you choose who goes next out of who hasn't been. And that includes the enemy.
And you're supposed to pick whoever it seems dramatically appropriate to give
okay.
to.
So this is
Well, I have
your
a feeling
scenario.
Bloodwind would just basically. Nah!
Yep. So Petra's got a phaser pointed at her face, and there's 4 goons in the cargo bay door.
I think now might be the time to apply my special charms.
I just want to say good luck. We're all counting on you.
I feel like when it comes to combat, like Bloodwind would just run in there
Yeah.
immediately.
So
Pretty
Thinking,
much,
is there
I
some
think
way we
he's just
can
gonna-
like draw everybody's attention away from?
I'm still going to
Bloodwind?
try and talk them down. I will not. I will know that Bloodwind is right next to me, trying to punch a motherfucker out, to say it politely. But
okay. Well,
I'm
so
still going to try. And talk
if
them.
we assume then that Bloodwind immediately reacts, Bloodwind, would you attack the first officer or the 4 goons in the doorway?
Well, the first officer is the one probably nearest, and also pointing the phaser at Petra, so I go for the first officer.
Okay.
Well,
Are
biggest
you going
gun.
to use your phaser or your knife?
Knife.
Okay, that will be physical and fight. And
Knife.
first,
You call that a knife? This is a battle. Wow.
yeah. For this combat as well, the first officer counts as a minor character, so he rolls on his own.
Excuse me a sec.
The goons roll as themselves, as a unit, and because the security officer is an NPC, he will roll with his 2 red shirts. So
Okay.
they'll roll as single blocks. That's why I was asking who you were targeting. It's
Gotcha.
important to note with combat in this system, you don't die, you are taken out. That just means you're effectively unconscious, and so you can be revived later. Unless you end up
Unless
somehow
they take you to the
for reasons
lithium
being
chamber.
vaporized or something.
Well, if you go unconscious in a minefield, you might end up not waking ever. Luckily, I was on the road.
Yeah,
Everything.
and you can make
Everything worked
at
out
the end of
fine.
a scene what's called a recovery roll to recover. But we'll work through that as we go. So, the first officer, his fight is quite low because he prefers to phaser people in the face. So he defends and rolls a 10.
Ooh.
So you will roll physical and fight rather than shoot. And If you
I'm
have
guessing.
your
Guessing
Also
that's-
got
your
the
duck
scrap.
targ is your knife, so you get a D8 for that. And Scrapper, you can roll a D8 or a D4 depending on what you want to do.
Right, so I'll be rolling. Let me see now. Fight, which is D10. Then what was the other one? Physical, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yep. You always order it in the so it goes.
Top to bottom.
Yeah, it goes your attribute, then your skill, then your distinction.
Yeah, reading
Your
down the
rolls are
page.
always one attribute, one skill.
And if you've got a distinct, like if you've got a specialization in your skill, like do you have?
Yes,
have one of
you
them?
have the Klingon martial art Mokbara.
Yeah, that's the one. So you add that as a D6 as well.
You can add that as a D6,
Okay.
yes.
D6. And then
Distinction.
also the distinction, which is D8.
Yes.
I mean,
And the signature asset
Yes.
for D8 as well, so it's
Yep.
also a D8.
first
So,
officer about to get messed up.
Not necessarily had.
I mean, not necessarily.
managed to
Things
roll
go
very
horribly
badly on
wrong.
those rolls.
Yeah,
It's
this
true.
is the beauty of rolling, but only keeping 2.
It's space then, K2, isn't it?
Yeah, no
No,
space.
no.
No space.
No space.
Yeah, you managed to
Great
roll
space, no
2
space.
D12s. And
That's
not
true.
be.
That's true. I don't think I got anything undone.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
poor
is-
man!
That is an
Does it knock you
extraordinary
out?
success.
On the other hand, he doesn't really need that head.
So yeah,
Or the head.
normally in this scenario, what would happen is, if you just had an ordinary success, the first officer would have taken a complication, which would have then, you could step up each time you damage him until it hits, till it would go over a D12, and then he'd be taken out. Because this is an extraordinary success, he's just flat taken out. You just knock him to the floor, knife him in the chest, however you want. You're going to describe what happens, but he's going to end up unconscious on the floor at the end of
Is it in such a way that it is so brutal that it intimidates the rest of the people in the room?
That's going to depend on the description that Bloodwing gives us. How
Okay.
do you disable the first officer?
Well, it's from basically a stand. She just basically throws herself at the first officer, screaming several very loud Klingon swear words. And as she hits him, obviously they both hit the deck. She will then punch him repeatedly in the face with the hilt of the dartang, which is quite spiky, so he's going to have a few cuts on the face. And she does that until he goes unconscious, and then looks up at the other goons with a smile and the knife in her hand, ready.
Okay. And so now you get to choose who goes next.
Yeah, I think our erstwhile Captain Counselor should be
don't
next.
encourage her.
Okay. What would you like to do?
What I would like to do?
Yeah.
I talk to them. I look at them and say, so this is what one of our crew could do. Imagine what the rest will do to you. I suggest just giving up now, coming away with your life intact. Not losing any major limbs, not losing any fingers, not losing anything.
Okay. Roll social and influence.
Oh, yes.
Well, let's
Do it. Do it. Do it.
nice.
Do it.
Wow, they
I
rolled
built
well.
that up because I rolled a D1 instead of a
12.
D10.
6.
That's better. Still got a 1. So,
Good job.
Come on.
Oh, wait.
Wait, that was
We
a
need
stat.
a Reynolds special.
Right.
Come on, dice gods.
So,
Hold.
6.
Drum roll.
Let's figure it out.
Do I get to add my registered counselor? Because
no.
I'm trying to counsel them into what's best for themselves.
I don't know how helpful is that.
No, I'm going to say not in this scenario.
Damn it.
They're not open to suggestion.
Not really.
Lemons is right. Reynolds pulls out a sniper rifle.
That's not on the sheet.
If you've seen her first build,
My first build would have been a lot worse than this, possibly.
Yeah. Oh, is that a 1?
Yeah.
The one in
the goons
there.
also rolled a 1. So yeah, your talk
Oh, shit, I
almost
didn't
works.
see that.
One of them is on the verge of about to lower his phaser, and then at last second he changes his mind and shoots you in the arm instead.
Oh no.
So you take a D4 phaser wound.
D6, but yeah.
D6, yes, sorry. Because when it was a D4, it didn't. Yeah, D6 is the lowest that can be. Okay.
Cuts to the captain just sitting in his captain's chair, being like, yes, I think that went very well.
It's just
very pleased with that.
dusting other certificates.
Yep.
Polishing.
He's got out his certificates and he's putting them under the main view screen, and he's just generally feeling pleased with himself.
Okay. Who do you throw to, Jack?
I'm gonna give it to Petra.
Not Vector Victor.
Actually,
Right.
yeah. I
Right,
give
Victor.
it to Victor.
Yep. So
His first name is Vector.
No.
Mr. Victor.
You don't know his first name. You haven't even looked him up. I'm the only one on a first name basis with him.
so
Sorry, what's that, Jack? I can't hear you over all those times you keep getting shot over and over again.
the goons defend, and then
Come on, Victor.
This is just an NPC roll.
We'll sit here, Keith, while you fight yourself.
yeah.
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
So Victor succeeds. One of the his phaser bursts, knocks and stuns one of the crew members, because Victor's got his phaser set to stun.
Nice.
Because he's following regulations, damn it.
So there's now 3 goons left, and we've got Petra, Alex, and Vernon left to go. And then
On our team.
Wait, so
Yeah.
And ready.
wasn't
doctor's
the
here as
doctor
well.
here as well?
Doctor's here as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's
You
ready
still-
and willing to fight.
Yep.
Do you still have that tricorder I gave you?
I do.
Press the
Oh
green
yes, you
button.
can boil an egg at 20 paces.
Yeah. Okay then. Victor passes to the doctor so that she can either treat Lieutenant Reynolds or boil an egg.
I mean, if it can boil an egg, I don't know what it will do to a random crewman.
I mean,
Yes, I
press
would.
the button, throw it, use it as a grenade.
I would like to treat the consular. Oh no, wait, what's my complication?
No, it's
boiling
an
an egg.
asset.
Oh, it's an asset. Oh, good.
Yes.
Your tricorder. I forgot about
Upgraded
that.
tricorder.
So you get to roll that
Upgraded.
as an additional D6.
Sorry about that.
When you use it.
Okay. So I can either boil a crew member.
No, sorry. I don't mean to interrupt, but you can boil their egg. Or eggs.
One
I
at a
think
time.
I think I'll fix consular.
Okay. So that will be your mental and treat to fix the counselor.
Mental and treat.
And that's going to be the counselor. You can roll your own recovery difficulty counselor. It'll be D6 plus a D8 difficulty modifier.
Okay. Mental is 10 and treat is 12.
So it was just the D6 and the D8. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm
Also,
just. So what am I doing? Sorry.
Mental and treat. Because you're treating his wound.
And you can also apply your specialization from treat, which is a D6 if you have one. And also,
your D8 as the doctor.
Yeah, your D8 ship's doctor.
You get lots of dice to roll for this.
Okay, so I'm rolling my mental plus my treat.
Yep.
And my treat is also medical.
Yep.
Which means you add a D6.
Add another D6.
Add another D6, so a D10, a D12, a D6. Yep.
A D8 for your doctor.
Yep.
And if you have any signature assets that help.
Your D8 medical kit.
10 plus D12 plus D6 plus the D8 for being the doctor.
Yep.
Plus a D8 for being having a medical kit.
Yep.
Is there a sonic screwdriver in your medical kit?
No. Right.
Aww.
Can you help me out afterwards? I'm afraid I've swallowed some food colouring for one of the replicators.
Has Keeb rolled yet?
Yes.
I rolled. It's my roll.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's the one time I actually roll good on dice.
Oh no!
Ooh. Oh no! Rip.
Oh.
That's
okay. Ooh. So you failed, but you can spend a plot point to keep one of the twos, and that will actually let you succeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So, the phaser wound goes away. As does a plot point. Okay. Who do you want to let go next?
Is Petra here, yeah?
Yeah.
I think Petra should go next.
I think we're all here apart from Nav.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm staying well out of this. There's the danger of getting hurt. I am not there.
He's currently polishing the arms on the captain's chair.
It's got a footrest. I've just discovered it has a footrest. This is amazing.
Does it like lean back?
Yeah. And then there are cup holders.
Is it got like a little massage?
Mm.
You don't get to, that's classified. You don't get to know that.
The only thing
He makes the engineer detune the engine a little bit for that.
Yeah.
Seatbelt, the forgotten technology.
Okay, Petra.
They had them in Star Trek Beyond.
Oh yeah, they did.
Briefly.
Right.
Yeah.
So, actually, there's a knob on this. So Nav is polishing his knob. Why would you say that? You disgusting people!
We're all very impressed, Jeff. Well done.
Well done. You
Right,
made a
Petra, what would you like to do?
Okay, so we have 3 or 4 left.
3 left.
3 left. How close are they? Can I say they're close enough, or?
Yeah, it's sort of 6 feet away.
Keeb, you've really missed the trick by not having the Starfleet, the Star Trek original series, playing.
I need to upload some stuff for the
Claw.
sequences.
Alright, well, I'm going to, I could pull a phaser, but why bother? I'm just going to wait in there. And try and, tackle somebody in the middle and hope it throws the rest of them off their balance.
Okay, so physical and fight. And then if you've got anything appropriate from your skills.
I wonder when the council will be back here. I ordered her to get back here about 2 minutes ago. She's late.
Yeah, so you've not got anything from your distinction to use. So.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything there.
The goons roll to defend. Yep.
Ooh, there we go.
You knock one of the goons.
That was
flat
a
on his
good
back.
roll.
Basically, plow right into him. Do a spear.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what you'll work out eventually is that this game is mostly try and get Keeb to allow you to roll your distinctions when they're as appropriate as possible, and just be convincing about it. And if you just talk confidently, he generally accepts what.
Yeah,
Shit, I've just given that away.
The bullshit limit on this is pretty low. I accept quite a lot. So yeah, you
My secret
spear one of the
strategy.
guys. You unfortunately don't scatter the other two, but there's only two left standing now.
Petra stands up, punches the floor, and goes, "Whoa!"
Learned hand-to-hand combat from Admiral Rains himself. So you have a choice of
I love it, Nigel.
Alex or Vernon.
Ball game. Sorry, what?
I think we will throw to the Powell.
Okay. So my plan is basically, because my character is not good at fighting, is to grab Vernon, try and run past them, and get us to like some sort of console where we can try and lock them out of the controls for the rest of the ship.
I'm also not good at fighting.
Yeah.
However, you have an impact resonator.
I know. I was coming to that. Let me do this check, okay?
Does that sound okay for you? Does that sound okay?
Who's playing? Who's
You
flying?
play your character, and he'll play his. You're not drunk enough.
Yep, physical and move, and I will let you use your fleeing for that because that makes perfect sense.
A little.
Yes.
That's my specialization.
Lieutenant Prince win.
I just want to get to a control console, so
forgot you
Vernon can try and keep them from kind of seize control of the ship, as it were. So.
Oh.
So that's.
Run away!
No, sorry, Splash. Petra's got like at least 4 times the personality of Roman Reigns already, and we've only known her for like an hour and a half.
I was a little nervous to fly here because I'm just kind of zipping out of a combat zone just as soon as it starts.
Yep. It does, yes. Little nervous will work perfectly.
Hey, and you've rolled that. Ooh, that's a lot to defend. So let's see what I can do. 9.
You make a very brave effort. Oh dear, somebody's figured out they can do that. Because you control him is the way I can let you have access. You can all type as Captain Ambrose.
Totally wasn't me, I promise. I'm not suspicious.
Well, I get zapped pretty bad.
Yeah, so
Oh, how did it take us that long?
I've been resisting. I have been resisting for the last hour.
Who amongst you?
oh dear.
Who did that?
I'm only the second one.
I'm toast.
Somebody here is a pun. He's making puns.
Composed. I'm composed.
Don't make me turn this ship around.
Okay, we've got 10 minutes left, so we'll try and wrap
Sorry,
this up.
I thought we
So-
were trying to turn the ship around.
Alex,
That's what I was trying to do.
Look, I don't know how, but I'm doing like 1080s just constantly back at the ship.
You're
Like,
doing-
how do I turn this off?
You're doing donuts.
Yeah, I'm just doing that.
so yeah, Alex, you try and
Visual
run past with Vernon. You don't make it and get shot in the arm.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Actually, no, shot in the leg. Let's go for the leg for you.
Shot in the butt. No,
Um,
it's not like-
But despite you
buttocks.
failing to get past, you do get Vernon past them. Vernon
Okay.
is now out in the corridor.
Full of-
I just kind of like run forward with Vernon, get him out into the corridor past them, and then as I go by, they like just shoot me in the leg, and I fall over in front.
Yeah.
I look back, I look at him, look at the corridor, look at him, look at the corridor.
Just go, deal with it, fix the ship. Fix it good.
no, don't! Oh God, what have you done?
Okay,
I want
Vernon,
to come back alive.
I presume we're throwing to you before we throw to the goons.
Yes.
I mean, there's nobody else left.
There's the goons.
Well, yeah, none of us. I mean, all right. What can I do? I'm crap at fight. Do you have my galvanized impact resonator? Which,
Yep.
as it
You
says in
also-
the description,
Have access to a terminal for the ship in the corridor.
Yeah, I'm going to try and overload one of the panels on the wall near to the goons to try and electrify them.
Yep. So that will be your mental, and I think technically that falls under fix.
Okay, mental fix, and I use my impact resonator.
Yep.
Their shields are down. I could just blast them and blow up the whole.
So that was mental and fix.
I'm telepathically hitting the no button.
I don't think I.
I'll think something does apply here.
It does apply.
You've got plot points.
I need to beat a 14, so I'll have a.
You
10.
do have hero dice, and we are heading
That's
towards
true.
wrapping this up.
All right, so I'll need at least D10, D12 for mental and fix, and a D6 is the impact resonator.
Do you have any abilities you can use on your distinctions?
Yeah, I can use jury rigged. I'll think of something with jury rigged, which is double fix to take or step up a related complication.
So you
So-
take another complication here.
Yeah. All right. So do that. D10, D12, D12, D6. And we have. So remind me how the hero die work, Keeb.
See what you roll first,
Right.
and then if you need to roll a little bit more to beat me, you can pay a plot point and roll one of those dice.
Right. Got it. Okay. So in that case, that means I need to roll D10, 2D12, and a D6. All right. Here we go. Hop. Ooh, 14.
Yep.
See, that's
Pay a
bang
plot
on.
point, keep the
You
6.
can, spend a plot point, keep the 6.
Yeah, you don't need to roll hero dice.
Yeah, I'll
Done.
do that. Done.
Then
Get
it's an
another
extraordinary
D10 hero
success,
dice.
and you get a D10.
Oh, another hero die. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Everything's coming up, Millhouse.
because that's
Alright.
then beating me by 5, so it's an extraordinary success. So yeah,
Sweet.
you explode something and take out the 2 remaining goons. You're also able to access the ship's controls, and you now have full access to the freighter from your
Ooh.
control panel.
So as part of jury rigged, I should take a complication as well.
Yep.
Commander Lloyd, have you completed your mission? Yes, I need you back here for that word.
Just a moment. So we're just assuming direct control of the ship.
So
So
I hear phaser fire back there. Get on with it. Get on with it, man.
don't worry about it, sir.
So you take a small
I'm not.
burn from that overloaded panel.
You can just hear me like.
Your suit is a bit on fire.
Don't worry about that. That's
Lieutenant
fine.
Commander, may I remind you that folk dancing on duty is strictly prohibited.
So I'm just on a tiny bit of fire, sir. It's okay. I'm only lightly singed.
Oh, okay,
I think.
good. That's excellent.
Okay.
Good, excellent.
So
I'm a little toasted.
you've taken out 5 people. You haven't yet encountered the captain.
Oh.
But
You know that the crew complement for one of these ships is 8 to 16.
can you just lock them in their rooms until we can deal with them?
We have access to the ship's controls.
Yeah.
So can we ask the computer, like, locate the captain of this vessel?
Yep, the captain is on the bridge.
In that case, I think Blodwin will probably turn and run for the bridge.
Yeah, display schematics to tell us where the bridge is.
It's at the other
Can
end
you
of the
lock them
corridor.
out of controls?
All right, down the corridor. Can we lock them out of their controls? Transfer command functions to this panel.
Yep. You
Can I-
need to roll for that.
Can I load
Okay.
my operate dice for that? Because I would like limp over there and help out.
Yep,
Okay.
you may do that. And that will be...
So that's a D10.
Okay, and that will be your mental and operate as well.
So who's who's rolling for that?
You are,
You are.
Right, mental
But
and
you get-
operate.
but you have an
And-
extra D10.
Yes, you
From-
get Powell's D10.
Right, just checking. All right, so
Jeez.
mental, operate. So that was a D10 I got from Pal. Okay, so 2D10 and D8.
You're thinking of something. Definitely thinking of something.
It's not like an actual fix. It's like more like a coding thing. So I don't think that kind of works. Yeah. So just a 2d10 and a d8. And I have big damn hero dice. So yeah. Let's do that. And I don't need to say when I do need to keep it because there are. Yeah, everything's fine. Oh, 12. There we go.
Yep, nice and easy. So, and that's
another
big damn hero dice for you. That's a D8.
So hatches are nav.
These go away. These go
Also,
away.
another complication that I get as well.
These go away at the end of the episode.
Well, I'm choosing not to give a complication here because we're pretty much finished.
Sure.
So, so you succeed in locking them out. You keep the shields down. You have control of the ship.
All right, let's go. Come on, Reginald. We have control. We have
assumed direct control.
We have assumed direct control. The captain is confined to the bridge and has no control over the ship.
Have we located the rest of the crew and combined them to quarters as well?
Yes.
Sounds good. I will inform Commander Jenkins that we are ready to take this ship back to the closest starbase.
Captain Jenkins, I heard that.
We have to go. You guys have to go still subdue the captain.
Or we just have to go grab him.
No.
Just,
We control the ship.
Okay.
the Starfleet regulation is very clearly. They're written in crayon again. What's going on here? Anyway, they very clearly state that the correct procedure is to adjust the air mix in the bridge to render the captain unconscious. So do it.
Bloodwind, but I can do it quicker. She's basically throwing herself at the bridge door at the moment. She's just let me in. Let me in.
I don't want to piss off the lieutenant. Open the door.
Okay, so you subdue the captain through whichever means you choose.
Possibly more than one means.
Some sort of leg drop.
Bloodwind knocks out the captain, but we knock out the rest of the crew with the other method.
Yeah.
Air filters into their quarters.
Okay. So you have control of the ship. Anybody else?
So
want
now-
to
Your orders,
Romulan
Captain?
ale. We have control of the ship and lots of Romulan ale.
Yeah.
We should go to the nearest starbase and get this offloaded as soon as possible before our counselor dies of alcohol poisoning.
No, just one. For some reason, there's one crate that's missing.
Well,
That's it.
Somehow.
there are 4 cargo holds. You've only inspected 1 so far.
Oh wait, I'm gonna look at the others, see if there's something other than Romulan ale.
Yep.
Can we adjust the
I
air
pull
mixer
off
on the
the-
counselor as well?
I call after if you find any blood wine, dibs on it.
So
Don't worry, I'll share.
most of the
Starfleet
rest
regulations.
of the containers also contain Romulan ale. This is a very valuable cargo. But you do locate 1 pallet of crates in one corner that seem different. When you open these, you realise this must have been what was being transferred to the Romulans, because it's filled with Starfleet phasers.
Ooh,
Wonderful.
box of phasers.
Contact somebody, anybody, somebody who knows something.
Can we do that? First things first, we need to get this and our ship out of the neutral zone as fast as possible.
Yeah,
I was guessing that people were moving things while I was exploring.
Yeah.
Are you giving me orders, science officer?
I was giving you a recommendation.
That's what I like to hear. Good man. Do what he said. Do that. What he said.
I'll give
Do
the
the
orders
thing.
around here.
Yes,
Anyone?
I will get the order.
What he said.
Do what he
Do what
said.
he said. Yeah.
Meanwhile, our ships, the other ship's already been turned around and is moving out of the neutral zone back towards Starbase 10.
Excellent. Transport half the away team back to crew our ship, and we'll send over some extra.
Integer half.
Yes, we will send over some extra personnel to assist you in reclamation of the vessel.
Do we? I don't think we have
Yes.
enough of a big enough brig, so we'll have to keep everyone else confined
We're
on this
keeping
ship.
them confined here, yeah.
You could empty one
good
of the cargo
thinking.
bays, put them in there.
And just
I'll put them in there
have,
first,
Blodwyn
right.
just standing by the door growling at them.
Yeah.
It's like, so put.
There
so if I-
were some other empty dilithium chambers.
Ah!
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna.
That's cold.
Cold.
Once we get back.
I wonder what it is with medics and killing people.
Right.
I'm going to be stripping the ship apart. As
They
soon
can
as I
put
get
you back together. They can take you apart.
I know.
So you've found this crate of Starfleet phasers and phaser rifles.
Commander Jenkins, I have
Yes,
something to
Counselor.
report.
Yes, what is it?
You know that Romulan warbird that we didn't shoot down, that docked with this thing, got a lot of stuff transported onto it?
Yes.
That was Starfleet phasers.
Oh, that's highly against regulations.
Maybe you want to, I don't know, report that to our superiors that this is a breach of the whatever conflict thingy.
Oh, it's all been my log. Don't worry.
I think
Could you tell them sooner, please?
Could you tell them now?
Yes.
Hang on, the regulations. If the treaty for the neutral zone has been contravened, please inform Starfleet High Command. Yes, I will do that.
Thank you.
make
I
sure
will
the
do
car CC BCC.
Yep.
Make sure.
If anyone hits reply all on this, I'll be very annoyed.
Okay.
Don't-
One
don't-
question.
Meanwhile,
Romulans
accidentally,
by
he sends that notification out to all of Starfleet.
Every
Yeah.
Romulan listening post on the neutral zone.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is post Dominion War. So technically, the Romulans and the Federation have a sort of alliance going on still because they helped each other at the end of the war.
Yeah, but it's
But
before
we're in,
actively
we're in
in open
the
warfare.
before the
sort of-
Hobus Soup and
yeah. Well, we don't know exactly when that happened in timeline.
I think it's quite far after Nemesis.
Yeah.
This is before Nemesis.
This is
presumably.
around Nemesis, which is why.
Right.
Yeah, towards the end.
So that should give you a hint of what I'm setting up here.
I've not seen Nemesis.
Good.
It's
No,
alright.
you're better off, really.
It's got Romulans in, therefore it's pretty good. But
It's also
at the
got
same
Tom Hardy,
time,
a very, very young Tom Hardy.
Right.
Yeah. So, important question. Before you head back to Starbase 10, do you fix the toast containment?
Oh, so
We
they were
try
not
to,
leaking
yes.
toast. Yes.
we probably should try to.
First, we should probably not kill Starbase 10 with our toast missiles.
Just got this
still-
mental image now of Starbase 10 with like this hedgehog of just of toast sticking up, spiking Starbase on one side.
Also, I want to make sure that I document like the serial numbers and similar things about the phasers and what have you, so we can have that data next time.
Sorry, the serial numbers.
Oh yes.
There we go.
Wait for it.
Delayed action.
It's a satellite feed.
Yes, that was instant on my end, of course.
Yeah. So yeah, we
yes.
fix it. With the ship is still full of toast, but it's not leaking outside anymore.
So, Starbase 10 doesn't get hit by a giant toast missile.
Well,
Excellent.
One piece of toast goes slowly onto the commander of Starbase 10 onto his wall, onto his window. Just
Yeah, a really jammy piece just splatting
Yeah.
there.
And then another piece goes on the
at
other end.
sublight
it's a sandwich.
speed, I should say. At sublight speed.
We need to get a name for this maneuver.
It's the Jenkins maneuver.
Yeah,
Launching
yeah.
a load of toast at your opponent.
It's 100% the Jenkins. I have originated the greatest tactical ploy in history, where you list lazily to the left and then wait for your giant toast cannon to fire at relativistic speeds at them.
You know what we've invented, Nav?
Yes.
Starfleet battle bread.
And so thus
universe is
concludes our
best
first
fight.
adventure.
Ah.
Oh god.
Commander
I
Jenkins.
think next time on Star Trek.
The pone of scone.
Starfleet thanks you for your quick thinking, Commander Jenkins, and you're informed that a new captain will be found pretty quickly.
As soon as we.
To reward you for your great service to Starfleet, we're replacing you as soon as possible.
Important question: have they removed the old captain yet?
Doctor.
Yeah, he's been taken to the actual Starbase morgue.
Dr. Reddy.
Yes.
I should go and talk to Counselor about this, but I think she might be engaged for the next 50 to 60 hours in having a hangover. I need something to deal with stress.
We have all these crates of Romulan
I
ale.
suggest we go join the Counselor with the Romulan ale.
I will take your medical opinion on that.
But also take this leaflet on alcohol poisoning.
Yes.
Why would you give me this? This is okay. Hang on.
There's also,
Not written in crayon.
there's also Lieutenant Lloyd's percussive maintenance instrument.
Yeah.
So you're docked back at Starbase 10 for some more maintenance, more upgrades. You're told a new captain will be assigned to the ship shortly.
Great jelly.
So you're given a little bit more downtime.
So I assemble the crew quickly in one of the cargo holds. I'm like, crew, we did a very good job, and as a reward, I have requisitioned this, and I pull this the sheet off, and there's a crate of the Romulan ale sat there on the ship.
Yep. Behind the crew is about one of the freighter's cargo holds worth of containers saying they contain self-sealing stem bolts. Starfleet has also commended you for the return of the freighter and its 3 cargo holds worth of Romulan ale.
Now this is all obviously highly against regulations, so I have no idea what's behind me, but I hope we will enjoy it very much.
Yes, engineering definitely needs a few of those boxes of stem bolts.
I will make sure that a couple are delivered to engineering.
They make really good coolant.
I choose to believe you.
And at least one box is ending up at science, because I'm probably going to need somebody to make a better hangover cure.
And also,
I would like to look at the medicinal properties of these self-sealing stem bolts.
Excellent idea.
There we go. We can have one as well.
Trying to clean out the biological debris in
Lieutenant Jones.
Yes.
Because I'm terrified of. I mean, because I respect you, I also requisitioned this bottle of Bloodwin. What's Bloodwin? Oh, sorry, blood wine.
Is that what you did? Was that intentional?
What do you think, Cats?
I didn't.
She salutes with the traditional Klingon salute, takes the bottle, and
That's not your. That's not your birth name, is it?
Well,
Hang on, have you been sat here the whole episode not realising when even
No, not at all.
Jones mentioned it, she was like, "Oh man, I wish it was blood wine."
Well, that's because she's a big Klingon weeaboo. I didn't.
actually, truth be told, neither did I.
You should have just claimed that as your own.
I'm too innocent for my own good. It's actually a traditional Welsh name, but yeah, that also works.
Bloodwin's blood wine.
Oh god!
So yes.
And on that note,
As Lieutenant Jones is leaving, I'm saying I want to taste that. I haven't tasted it yet.
So
Thank
the
you,
only thing
Keith.
that remains is for you guys to name the episode.
Oh.
I'll leave that up to you guys because I've got to scoot off now. But
Alright.
Yes,
it's been a
sorry,
pleasure.
we've ran a few minutes long. I'm afraid.
That's okay.
Simulations.
But
Yes.
it's been a pleasure.
I'm also going to leave because we have an Ellie staying with us, and John is
Okay.
at work, and I have abandoned him.
See you all next time.
Yeah.
See you soon.
How
We'll
about
figure out a name.
Against the Grain?
That works on a bunch of levels. That's
I
great.
know.
That's usually what we do. We
really
want
good.
things that work at least on 2 levels.
No, that's perfect. I like that one a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is
That's the name.
in your bio,
Okay.
just add a little section for episodes and note down this episode.
The
The reason for doing
the
that
name of it.
is because you can reference this episode later on, and that is effectively you use it as a plot point.
Or you
Okay.
can spend it to level up later on. It's pretty handy.
Yes.
Also, if you've got plot points in episodes, you can spend them to keep assets that you gained and turn them into signature assets.
Right.
Well, there was only one asset that was kept. One asset was given, which was the upgraded tricorder.
So you.
Yes.
Oh yeah, she's not here.
Okay. Well, you can.
So we'll
Okay,
leave
well,
that one
also
alone
that-
for now.
Yep.
That might persist over to next episode.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I didn't roll a single dice
Yes.
that entire episode, and I've never had more fun.
I rolled dice twice, and I rolled as could be expected from me.
Yeah.
Also, you look
Badly
awesome with
unrolled.
that hair.
I kind of liked it now that it's like this.
Mm.
It works.
It's an improvement.
But
I
yes,
mean, next time I'm going to be bald, so there's that.
Oh, that'll help.
Yeah, that'll be good.
thank you all for
Well,
playing.
Too much ale has that effect.
Yeah, thanks, Keith. That was
Yeah,
really
that was
good.
great
You ran
fun.
that really
That was a
well.
lot of
It's
fun.
amazing.
I'm so glad that Nav spotted that I was setting up a pretend Kobayashi Maru,
Yep, I thought that as
and,
well.
and then I faked him out on it.
Yeah.
All
Because they're
right.
just like, the other Romulans like, oh no, we don't want a diplomatic incident either. Okay, this is fine.
But yes,
I got to fire a toast cannon. I have never been happier.
You got to it
glad we made that
accidentally. Like, it was that was actually legitimately an accident, which
you
is the
failed
best part.
You
So
said
to
you
realize is my
you
ship
say
is
that.
dragging toast.
Exactly. I was as soon as Geeb did the toast containment leak and was talking about toast traveling at light speed across the sector, I was like, well, logically it wouldn't stop because it's in motion. So unless yeah, and then I basically was just holding that as like a backup in case we needed some sort of firepower, and then I was like, well, I'm just gonna scoot over here, and then toast.
Ghost.
Remember,
Toast
Isaac
attack.
Newton is the deadliest person in space.
Yes.
Yeah,
he is.
exactly.
so yes, for
I did get
everybody
to
else,
use one of the
that's-
greatest line from Galaxy Quest.
That's a taste of how silly this is probably going to be carrying
Yes.
on.
I'm starting to think we should have gone with the extra trope-related stuff.
It ultimately
It's gonna
probably
end
doesn't
up
make
there
much
anyways.
difference.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Probably
here,
right.
okay, the difference here is that our characters don't know.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, which I think is important.
Yeah. If your
Better,
characters knew, that would have added the Galaxy Quest
I
layer
was
on
trying so hard to be incompetent.
top. It's difficult, isn't it?
It's really hard.
Yeah, I mean, I ended up with how many? Like 4 hero dice.
Yeah.
That's because you're our nav in this game.
Mm.
Because
I
that's
didn't
what nav
roll.
does. But that's what you do in Firefly. You just
Rack
hoard up
points.
plot
I
points
guess,
and hero dice.
I mean, I've got a fair amount of plot points here that I don't remember gaining.
They happened at certain
They
times.
just they happened.
I just give them out when you make me laugh, generally.
Okay.
I remember where I got mine. That's where this complication came from.
Did everyone like? I was so desperately trying not to be like a main character this time.
You did. I think you did a good job there.
You were the
I'm,
first.
I'm afraid I set this one up on purpose to force you to be a main character, just so you had your little moment of this is what it would be like if Jenkins was in command, and then you got to be first officer for the rest of the time.
That's fair.
Good.
That's weird. Twitch, why?
Yeah, Twitch is being weird. Never mind. So yeah,
Okay.
thank you everybody for watching. I say we overran slightly, but that wasn't too bad. I think it's a good length for an adventure. And the next one currently planned for the beginning of October. We're going to try and run these monthly, so we'll sort out a
Sounds
date,
good.
and that'll be in the calendar when we've got one sorted.
Hey.
Okay.
And yeah, Thank you all for
Thank you so
playing.
much.
Thank you all for watching. And,
Thanks again, Keeb.
We will
Thank
see
you so much, Keep.
See you all next time.